I got YouTube coming up. This meeting is being live streamed. Do you realize that your meeting is being live streamed?
What? Oh, I can't be on camera.
Yeah, I can't either.
Probably
I suddenly became shy. Okay, I'm waiting for YouTube to confirm we're on. Stand by. Okay, I just got an alert that we're live, but the screen hasn't come up yet. So we'll just go ahead and start. Hello, everybody, and welcome on YouTube to the Zoom meeting. This is the Southwest Florida TechNet, and everyone's welcome from around the world. Tonight, we're going to be building a supercomputer. It's actually a gaming computer, but I prefer to call it the supercomputer, and so that's kind of what we're going to be building. There we go. There, it finally came up. Dismissed. All right, and mute and pause. Okay, there we go. So we are now live on YouTube as well. Okay, so tonight we're going to be building a computer from start to finish. If you guys were with us last week, I believe it was last week, we went on a program called PC Part Picker. You guys remember that? And we actually went and picked all the parts out for this computer. We picked out the cooler that goes on the processor. We picked out everything. We even bought some thermal glue or paste or whatever it is. Don't get that mixed up with your hemorrhoid stuff. The tube looks the same. And there's
I'll bow to your superior knowledge.
Or your toothpaste.
Well, hey, you never know, man. Yeah. Your teeth will get hot and they'll stay that way. All right, but yeah, we got our memory sticks, we've got our hard drive, we've got everything here. We got our motherboard, and we're going to be unboxing all that here in just a minute, and we're going to be telling you about it. Now, if you want to follow along, if you have the TechNet newsletter, which everybody has a copy of in your inbox, or you should have, if you go to that TechNet newsletter and you scroll down to page 2, you'll find all the specific information about all the parts that we're going to be working with tonight. As you guys know, that the newsletter is kind of the manual that goes with the show tonight. So that's how that works. So if you go there, you'll be able to see all that. And then if you want to look at this particular part and see how much it costs or where you can buy it, just copy the title of it, the first 20 or so characters, paste it on Amazon, eBay, Newegg, or wherever you buy your computer components. We don't endorse one specific company. I will say that UPS had a little faux pas with one of my parts, but it did arrive in time for the show. So I'm not going to complain loudly enough to hurt anybody's feelings. But they lost a package for 2 days at the Fort Myers warehouse. And when I called, they told me it was locked in a truck. And I'm like, wait, let me get this right here.
At least it wasn't
It's
the prime
locked
truck
in a
that the guy
truck.
got trapped in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that was actually, I think, an Amazon truck. Anyway, you may have noticed I moved the mic to, because what they lost was my $200 video card. Look at that thing. Have you ever seen a video card so big in your life?
Oh, God.
4 people can ride in this to the store. Anyway, that
You're
thing's
moving it
huge.
too
I'm
fast.
telling
What
you,
is it?
it's the biggest video card I've ever seen in my life. This video card has
hold it
its
still
own
a
guest suite
second.
and copy maker.
Next
But-
week we will be discussing
what?
the nuclear power plant.
Yeah.
We're going to have to get put together to power this thing.
Yes, we're going to build next week we're going to build a nuclear accelerator pack that you can wear on your back and capture ghosts.
Well, that's a novel
But
idea.
anyway,
I bet
this
that's
week
never
we're
been
doing
done
the computer.
before.
What do you-
Yeah. Only in Hollywood. All right.
I thought
Anyway,
it was New
so
York, wasn't it?
I don't know where you guys want to start. I guess we can unbox some stuff here and take a look at it under the better camera. Where do you want to start? Let me run down what we've done today to make this work. I've moved the mic over so I can take the mic with me over when I work on the computer. It's a shotgun mic, so I'm going to try to keep it aimed at my face, which is where a lot of shotguns probably get aimed. I don't know. But anyway, I've got 2 cards here. This card is a 1 gigabyte card. It has the flash that we need for the to upgrade the BIOS. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
upgrade the BIOS in the motherboard so that it will accept the larger chip. Because this chip's like, yeah. And then this one is a 40 gigabyte card, and this one, this USB drive has Windows on it, and it's an installable Windows, and we're going to pop it in there and install it. We're going to worry about the rest of it later.
Windows
Then,
what?
all we have to
Windows what?
we're installing Windows 10 Pro, I believe, is what I want to install.
Okay.
But I didn't choose that, Joseph. I didn't choose which one
You'll
I
get it.
wanted. I guess
It'll
they're
ask
all on
you.
there.
Yeah, they're all on there. It'll ask you when
Oh,
you're
okay.
installing it.
I know mine did when I put it on.
Yeah, I definitely want Pro. I have Home in this laptop, and I have to do all kinds of reindeer games, super tricks, and Wonder Woman powers to keep it from updating itself. And I'm totally sick of it, to be honest with you. And so I want to make sure that everything I have from now on has Pro, because you can go in and set the corporate settings, and it just shuts that off completely. And then I still run. Yeah, I'm telling you, I can't stand Windows updates. I've never had an update that comes in and here's some words. Let me give you a couple sets of words you'll never hear used together. You ready? Okay. I had back surgery and everything's great now. Have you ever heard anybody say that?
That's about
Okay, let me
like
give
I
you another
enjoyed
one.
my root canal and IRS audit in the same day.
Yeah. It was a great
There's
day.
another one. There,
I
that's a
played
good
golf
one
and
too.
won.
There you go. But the other one that I like the best is I just got a Windows update, and it came down at such a convenient time, and it works great, and it sped up my system. Anyway, I've never had a Windows update help me out. But anyway, that's what we got on these two cards. That's all set to go. We've got two cameras. I showed you that over here. We're going to be switching full screen so you guys can see. And we're just going to go part by part installing it. When we bought this last week, we bought a case that didn't have a bunch of fancy stuff in it. That case got back ordered. It was one of those things where they wouldn't tell me what was going on, so I threatened to cancel it, and finally they told me it was going to be about a week or so, and I'm like, no, I can't put you guys off a week. It's unacceptable. So anyway, it wasn't me, of course, it was you guys I was concerned about. So I went ahead and ordered another case that was about $25 more, and it in fact does have a lot of blinking lights in it. It's got 6 fans. You guys can see. Let me show you guys this. This is a neat case. It's got 6 of these fans in it. That's the back of the case. You can see the expansion slots right
You got
there.
to put an anemometer in that case.
Well, yeah, but if I do, it'll get a tropical storm warning every 3 hours.
Well, don't turn it on its side; it'll hover.
Well, where's the dipstick?
I didn't tell you it does fly.
Yeah,
It flies.
you'll be riding it to work.
So there is an explanation. UFOs.
Yeah.
Well, this was $20 more at Amazon, and it comes in 2 days on Prime. So it was like, well, this is the way I'm going to go.
Okay.
I got this one, and it actually is a really good box. It does all the things the other one does. We have to figure out the bottom down here where the power supply goes. There's a lot of wires down there, but I think most of those just plug into the power supply. I think a lot of them do anyway. So we're going to go through all that. Joseph, or as I call him, Genius Joseph, is going to help me put this together tonight. And I need you guys' help too, because we may have to troubleshoot stuff. You never know what's going to go wrong. There may be gremlins. I've checked the boxes.
Explosion. Be sure to bend over and kiss your donkey goodbye.
That's right.
Out the
All right.
motherboard, then the power supply.
Yep. So I think
I'm
Joseph,
ready. I'm ready.
where do you, I'm going to let Joseph direct where, you tell me what you want to do first. Do you want to unbox something, do each thing at a
Okay.
time?
So
Yeah.
the first step is going to be to put the CPU in the motherboard. So if I were you, I'd take the case off your desk so you have a clear space, and I would set
Okay.
the
That's
motherboard
what I was
down in the
thinking.
center of the frame.
You do that before you adjust the BIOS on the motherboard?
Yeah, but that's part of the CPU
CPU
process is to put the BIOS update.
can't do it.
Oh, okay.
CPU.
Okay, let me move the mic over here like this. There we go. And we got this going here. Now there's the motherboard.
The Mobile.
Ain't no fooling.
Where's your wrist strap?
Oh, he doesn't have one. You don't need
I don't
one.
have a wrist
I'm
strap.
kidding.
In this these conditions,
If I had one, I'd wear it.
yeah, 90% humidity. Who needs a wrist strap?
Right?
Wow.
That was a joke.
Okay, yeah, there's all kinds of stuff in here. I got these little teeny parts, which I think install something on the board. There's also a jumper, looks like a jumper plug. Either
So,
that or it goes on my little man shaver.
huh?
Your
And I
landscaper.
got two.
Okay, that-
I got this SETA driver wires.
It could be a different show.
Yeah. Looking after the manscape.
Yeah, that's a whole different show. Let's don't worry about that one.
We're not going there.
Yeah, so I mean, it's got this is it's got like a little jumper pack in here. I don't know what that's all about.
That's probably
It's got
for
like jumpers.
Yeah, so it might be for your if you put a hard drive in there, it might be for that.
Are you going to use an NVMe?
Maybe that's what gets me. Maybe that's what gives me porn.
That'll
that
be
the
a
porn chip?
different
Here either.
different CPUs, maybe.
It's
They
got
turn things on
it's
and
given
off.
me two of the smallest parts I've ever seen in my life. Look at these parts. Oh my God. I can't even see them. There's parts in there.
You need an electron mic.
This goes in the board and then this goes into that once you put I think the hard drive or something on. I watched that earlier. I don't know. All right. I actually did try to prepare for this, and Joseph has also tried to prepare me for this. All right. So it said what the best thing to do is to use the box as the base because it's non-conductive and it's not hard.
It probably
Oh.
tastes good. I'm surprised that
Oh.
Joseph isn't having a nibble. You know?
Hmm.
Yeah. nibble.
You know, I've never ate the box that came off of a motherboard.
Um,
All right. So
Ian.
here's our motherboard.
I just double checked the process for the BIOS update, and I told you on the phone to rename the file in there to gigabyte, but it actually has to be gigabyte.bin. I informed you incorrectly, so you will have to plug that back in your computer and rename it real quick.
Hopefully you have another computer handy.
Oh yeah, he do.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
the one you guys are on.
The day
gonna come-
No, here it is right here, gigabyte, and I just
right click
gigabyte
rename. Just .bin.
Yeah, I got
Just-
that. Byte.
No, .bin.
It's a bin
bin.
file. Okay.
Yeah, that's a binary.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Gigabyte, all capital, small bin.
correct. Yes, that's it. And eject it. Make sure you eject it.
Okay, I got it.
All right, should be good to go.
Look like a squirrel
Okay.
eating an acorn there.
All right, that's done. All right, now we're back to the motherboard here.
Okay.
We need to so we're going to unbox the processor next.
No. What you need next is to open up the power supply
Oh, okay.
because you got to power on the motherboard. So you have to do the
All right.
update before you put the CPU in.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it's a little white, guys. And the lighting is one way or the other. All right, here's the owner's manual.
Oh,
Wow,
more
that's a-
fans.
That's a lot of paper.
And it lights up too.
I'm surprised anybody even prints. Yeah, this one lights up too.
More fans.
I wonder if it's written in Chinese English.
Oh yes.
Corsair is a good brand. It's not Chinglish.
Yeah, I got more fans than the Everblades. All right, so here we go. We got
Power supply.
there's the back of that. It's got all the whoops, shit. I forget where I'm at.
Wait,
There's that.
can you spotlight your video? I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
admin.
can also do view speaker. and I can highlight. Let's try that.
That's one of those power supplies you only hook up
well,
the
here.
cables you
Yeah, every time we speak, it goes to us. So spotlight your.
Okay, well, what first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make Joseph my co-host, and the next thing I'm going to do is spotlight my camera. There we go. How's that?
There we go. That's
Okay.
what we needed.
All right, so here we got the power supply here.
All
Yeah,
right.
2, 3 power supplies here, Bob. And we got the big bag of parts.
All right. So you're looking for two
Another one of the-
cables. You want the cable that plugs it into the power outlet. And then you're looking for
Okay, I've already,
you're looking for a pretty chunky 24 pin cable. It should have 24 slots on it, and it's probably going to be the biggest connector in there.
That's your ATX cable.
Yep, that looks like it.
Yeah, I'd say that looks like it.
it's the biggest honking cable there is.
That's a big honking cable.
Honk,
Lights
Okay.
are gonna flicker when you turn this thing on.
Now, I assume. Oh, no, the big part goes in the board. The 2 small
Yeah.
ones go back here.
Yeah,
PCI CPU.
they should only
Uh,
fit into their assigned slots. They shouldn't be able to plug anything in wrong. So whichever ones if it says
Oh, I
CPU,
see
that's
it.
what you
Yeah.
want.
They're keyed.
Yeah, it says there's 2 that say motherboard, and they're the 2 that are they're right size.
Yep.
All right, so motherboard,
So you're gonna have two.
And
You're gonna have.
motherboard.
It should be. Okay, I'm looking at this picture here. You have that big chunky one there. So find the plug on the motherboard where that plugs in. It should be on the side of the board somewhere, or not on the side, but on a corner
Obvious.
or the edge or whatever. Okay, it looks.
Right at the top. There
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's probably your yeah, we'll try it.
All right, and now you need look for are the plugs labeled? Is there like text written on the plugs for what it does?
Back of the power supply.
No, on the
or
actual
motherboard.
on the actual plug, like
No.
on the connector.
No, there's just serial numbers on there.
Okay. You need.
Nothing on this side. That's got it. That's the only place this one will plug in.
Yeah, that's
And
correct.
these are both plugged into where it says motherboard. It has to be correct.
Yeah, that's
And I
correct.
got a
But
power cable right here.
there's another cable that you need to plug in, and there should be 2 4-pin connectors for the CPU port. It would be 2 4 pins organized in a square. Does it say CPU on those? No, I don't think those are them.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
it does.
6.
Oh, it says CPU on it?
Oh, there's 4.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, that's it. So you want to find where those plug in. I think I see the spot right underneath on the bottom left side of the motherboard here. I think that's the spot for them. So they should both plug in next to each other, and they're all polarized, so you can't do it wrong.
This camera actually has a manual focus. That's why I'm using it up here, so I can keep it really as fine as I can get it.
Oh, you had it there. Go back just a little bit.
I know.
There you go.
You get camera movement. Like in a old-fashioned TV station.
Yeah. I got it set up pretty nice in here, I have to admit. And then I can do this with the lights so we can get the light to where it's a little better. Okay.
These must be PCIe.
All right. So this one.
So that one's
This
going to
goes
plug
in
in.
the CPU back here.
Yep.
I got one marked CPU back here and it would fit. Actually, I have 2 different ones marked PCI's CPU.
Whatever
There's 4
fits.
different ones marked for the.
I guess whatever
if the plug
fits.
fits where
Yeah.
it says it's CPU.
All right.
Okay.
And then on the bottom left of the board, I think is where that plugs in, right by your finger there.
Looks like a 6-pin there.
No, that's not
No,
it.
it's no on the bottom left.
Bottom left. The other left.
I was just about to decide
I see
whether I
that
was mirrored or not.
Well, I'm in a different time zone.
You are in the Twilight Zone.
Y'all don't mess with my logic. All right.
So
There
now
we go.
those are both plugged in.
Now yep, they're both plugged in the both ends. Now, where does the popcorn go in?
We'll see that little popcorn maker right there in the top. That's where you put the kernels in and it spins them around.
Yeah.
That looks correct.
There you go.
Velocity popcorn.
Yeah. You could probably pop a corn if you set it on
Okay,
the
so
CPU.
You put it on top of the CPU without a heat sink, I'm sure you could.
Yeah, so now you want
Power
to plug in your power supply to the wall.
Shit, you do that.
now the
What about-
power
what-
supply is definitely in the off position and it's plugged in now.
Okay. So now what you need to do is insert the thumb drive with your update file on it.
We doing this blind? We're not
This is the
connecting
one
a
with
monitor.
Not yet. There's no graphics card in the
No.
computer yet.
But-
We're
but
just
it'd be one
flashing
on
the
monitor,
BIOS.
wasn't there?
HDMI output of this thing at all.
It does got like 8 billion
Yeah.
HDMI outputs. So what have you got so far? You've got the motherboard. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I've got 5 monitor outlets on it. Which one does it go in? I've got
Okay.
USB 3.
there should be
USB
a port that's
USB
like
2.
white. There should be a
Oh,
port
damn,
that's
there is.
There's a white. Is there a white?
Yeah,
That's
there
the
is
white one there.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. shit.
Yep, plugged into the white one. Does it say Q flash next to it?
It says Ian needs glasses. Yes, it says BIOS. Yes, it says
Okay.
BIOS and then USB whatever.
Are you got
Perfect.
Yeah.
memory and
So that's
CPU
definitely
with
it.
all this?
All right.
Okay. Now you want to power on this power supply.
Now, Rick asked a question just to clarify. From what Joseph told me, you're not supposed to hook anything up yet. You can't even put the chip in yet
No
Yeah,
memory.
because all we're trying to do is update the No, because all
there-
we're doing is like flashing a new version of the BIOS in there.
There
Yeah,
must be
we're getting a
stuff
flashing
CPU
light
on there
underneath
already.
the USB.
Okay,
Really?
that's probably just the lights in the studio here.
Oh.
You ready to turn it on?
Okay, so flip your power supply on.
The street light's still on.
Saw the flash.
All right, so now you want to
Oh,
hunt around.
mushroom cloud, yeah.
You want to hunt around on the motherboard and you want to find a little button. It's going to look like a little push button and it's going to say underneath it, it's going to say Q flash. I'm not exactly sure where on the board it is, probably somewhere near the bottom. Or actually, hold on. This looks like it's near the top.
So you've got no kind of display at all right now.
No, not yet. We don't need one yet. You're looking for a little push button. It would be on the edge of the board somewhere.
You need to explain to Rick.
All right, right by your finger, right by your finger. Yeah, push that and
Yeah.
hold it down for like. Just push that.
Yeah, it says something flash.
Yeah, Q flash. That's what you want.
Flash plus.
Yep, that's what you want.
Here we go. I hold it for what? How long?
Hold on one second. I'm getting the number. Hold on. Don't do anything.
And while he's reading that, you might want to move it, the little gizmo on the flash drive so you can actually see the.
All you do is just push it.
reading.
Just push it once. all
Okay,
you
hold
gotta
on
do.
a second. Well, Dallas, what was the rest of that?
Yeah, when it reads the data from your USB stick, if you got it where you can watch its blinking light, you can watch it blink until it stops, and then you know that it's read the code and finished.
Okay, well, I'm not sure where the light is, but I'm going to watch for it.
There's a light above
you
the
ready?
button. There's a light above the button as well. Yeah, just push it. So you pushed it once, right? Okay, there you go. The light above the button should start to flash red after a few seconds. Should start flashing. Is the flash drive doing anything?
I hope this thing's on. I don't think this is
Your power supply is not on.
I know. Hold on. I had it hooked up to a wire that I don't think was hooked up. Hold on.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, it's on now.
How do you know?
I still don't show any lights on this power supply.
How do you know it's on?
Is the fan spinning?
No.
Okay, you must. It may not spin until it's got a load on it, but I would think that would start spinning and light up as soon as it has power. So you may want to check your power output again.
And is there an on-off switch on the side of the power supply?
Yeah, there is.
It's on the back
Oh.
here.
What is that? Oh, it's just you're moving the light around. Okay. Yeah, that's it. It's on, but your fan and lights aren't coming on, so it doesn't have power. I think your outlet is messed up.
Check your 110 volts, 120 volts. You did pay the power bill, I hope.
Oh, yeah.
We got too many lights on in the building. Okay.
No, I'm going to plug it in over here.
So usually on a motherboard, there's wires that go to the on button on the chassis. Oh, wow.
You don't need that for this. He just needs to push the Q flash button.
That's plugged into 120 volts, and that touches something on that motherboard.
Oh my gosh, get that out of there.
Yeah, what's that big black?
Get that out of there.
Yeah.
That's got 120 volts on it, and that hits anything on the motherboard. You get to go buy a new motherboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You could put a couple of paper clips in there.
You guys worry way too much.
No.
All right.
I know
I've got this. I have this plugged directly. Now I have the power supply plugged directly into the battery backup box on the surge side.
Okay,
And I'm using the cord that came with it.
Okay.
I still have nothing.
Okay. Well, maybe that.
All right. So if the board was in the case and it had a power button on the case.
You don't need to push the power. You don't need to push the power button yet. That's not going to do anything because there's no CPU.
Is there a sense on the power supply so it needs some feedback from the motherboard?
Okay.
Is there another cable we should be connecting?
I don't know. What model of power supply is that? It's a Corsair RGB something or other.
650.
650?
Yeah.
650 watt. Okay. Just gonna have a quick look at the manual here because the light's probably okay. So you have to control the lights with the RGB pin on it, so it's not connected. So the lights may not come on. The fan may also not come on until it's got a load on it. So it may be working.
You get a flash over here when I turn it on.
Oh.
I do get. There is a flash that happens over here somewhere.
It was on the motherboard?
It's white. Yeah.
Is it coming out of the motherboard?
Yeah.
What's like the source of the light?
Hold on.
The front panel.
Oh. Is that your thumb drive doing that?
I don't know. Let me turn it off and let it sit for a minute and see if I can get it to do it again.
Is that the same? Does that thumb drive have a light on it?
I don't know.
Because
I don't think it does.
I don't think it does either.
There's a little hole on the back, but I can't tell. Let me see if let me stick it back.
Here. Turn on the power supply with the drive out.
Okay.
Oh, it's coming out of the.
No, that's
yeah,
blinking.
it's got power.
It's bright. It's the board.
It's got power,
Okay.
yeah.
So
So-
off and then put the thing back in.
No, I just leave it on and insert the thumb drive. Okay, and then find your
then hit
Q
the button.
flash, hit the button. There should be a red light that should start flashing. You may want to push it and hold it for like half a second, you know, just to. Not doing anything.
Turn off that spotlight so you can see the blinking LED. You're washing everything out with that overhead light. And if you turn that metal handle on your flash drive 90 degrees, you might be able to see the blinking light on it. There you go. Because every one of those I've got, they blink.
Still not, there's no blinking light by the button.
Did you press the button yet?
Yeah.
And you pressed it sufficiently hard enough to hit bottom.
Dusty light
Oh,
coming
yeah.
on that button? I guess not. Never seen one do anything without a CPU, but that's me.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh, you don't need a CPU for this. If you put the CPU in it, it may not do what they want. it to
Hold
do.
on a second.
Somebody RTFM and
So the light only starts flashing after about 17, 18 seconds of it running, but the light's still not flashing. Not doing anything. Yeah, it's not flashing. May not, it may not.
There is an LED there, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. Right above the button, it's a red LED that should be blinking.
Okay.
It should be blinking kind of slowly. But yeah, it's not blinking. So there's either.
I don't actually see an LED there, but that doesn't mean there's not one there. I mean,
There's definitely one there. There's a button there. It's just not.
Is there any other buttons?
Should only be one
Oh, no,
button.
it did say Q flash on it, didn't it?
well,
Yeah.
yeah, it says Q Flash Plus right on it.
Yeah. So all you just need to do is push
All right.
that.
Well, let me check the file name again. Make sure that's right.
Okay.
We're 100% sure that's named right.
Let me
It's
gigabyte.
I got GIGABYTE, all caps, and then dot small BIN.
That's correct.
And there's no way to check to see whether it's got it except to boot the whole computer up, right?
No.
Oh, you can see it on your Finder in Windows.
I can see there it says revision 1.0 on the motherboard, so you've got the right BIOS update in there. It's just not. I wonder if we have all the plugs.
still, if there's something else that needs to be done here.
Oh boy, there's a baby in here. Yeah, it might be. I'm gonna check the manual. You have the X570.
Does it have to be in a specific USB port?
Yes, it does. It has to be in the Q flash port. It's a white USB port.
Yeah, it's definitely in the right port. There's only one white port, and it actually says on it. Hold on, let me get that stupid camera. There we go. See, there's only one white port. And see the extra words there? It actually says BIOS.
Yeah. Let me pull up the manual for this. We'll just make sure.
That's 570.
Yeah, I mean, it might have already done it, but
It could have, but
All right, yeah, I'll turn it around.
seems odd that we don't get any indication that it's done.
yeah, we may have not plugged in all the plugs that we need to.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Flash Plus.
Got a storm coming. Looks like we got a storm coming in from the east.
Yeah.
Let me check the weather.
It's going to be a pretty crappy weekend. They're having some tremendous storms up north.
Yeah, they're really good. Up there.
Well, what one man calls a crappy weekend, another man calls wonderful cool.
Well,
Yeah,
I like the lightning and the
Some
thunder
cool
and
would
stuff, but
definitely be bad.
they're having all these electrical storms up in like north of Chicago and right over St. Louis and up in Minnesota.
Hmm.
Hold on, I'm researching
Okay.
this.
There's a big blob around Immokalee and it's headed northwest.
Good thing BIOS with Q flash utilities.
It might make it this far. Well, those are the only two plugs that look like those kind of plugs.
Is your thumb drive definitely FAT32 and not FAT or XFAT?
You know, it said fat and the number was 32.
That's correct.
Oh,
It says.
I'll check it. Let's check it. Properties. It's a USB. It says fat. Maybe I need to reformat it.
32,
No, it should be right.
probably 32.
I just looked at the radar. It's all coming this way. It's coming up your way as well.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the big
they-
blob down there around Immokalee and going north and south and it's headed northwest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing the lightning on my tower cam.
Coming right at the Cape.
Yeah. Whether it holds together or not, you know, it's losing its energy right now.
Yeah, that's another thing.
You know, this is all radiational heating storms, so they lose their energy pretty quick. All right, so let me see if I can reformat this
Hold on.
because it
reading
just says
this.
file system fat.
Here, dog.
Oh, that's mine. I've got two at the moment. Well, I haven't got a dog, but I've got my daughter-in-law's dog is staying with me, and also my friend's dog is with me. So one barks, then the other barks, and then the other barks because the one's barking, and you know how it goes.
You have to do it in unison.
They wind each other up, you know.
You got any hot sauce? You put hot sauce all over the hot dog and you keep feeding them hot dogs and hot sauce till they quit barking.
No, you know
Yeah.
what? I'm going to reformat this because I don't think it was formatted right. Format complete. Let me copy the file back in it. I think this is our problem.
Okay.
I would think it'd have to
It's
be
my
fat
fault probably, but I'm still going to blame you guys.
32.
Yeah.
I bet it needs to be fat 32. How big is the
Yeah.
flash drive?
Oh, it's plenty big. This is a small file. I'm just trying to figure out where it went now. What
Yeah,
the
we
hell?
did the what? It still says fat.
Well,
It may just say
No.
fat.
No, I've got it set right now, but I copied the file over to downloads and I don't see it in there anymore.
Well, it was extracted from a zip file, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yep, there it is. And then I have to rename it.
Gigabyte. It doesn't have to be all caps. It can also be lower caps.
That would be lowercase, not lower caps.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
yes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
call those the other cats,
Yeah.
Or the other case.
the little ones. You know, the little ones.
Well,
Okay, now it's a fat 32. It shows fat 32 now. So that was the problem.
Well,
All right.
I hope it was a problem.
For certain.
I do
Eject
too.
it.
Okay. So now I got to rename it yet. So now I'm at GIGABYTE.BAT.
No, .bin, bin.
BIN.
It's not about.
Man, you guys are picky. It's the picky bullshit I can't stand.
Oh, no.
It's computers that are picky.
Okay, so there we go. I've got your picky bullshit that you wanted on there. All right,
All right,
and
make sure you
let's go
eject
back
it.
over here now.
Did you eject it?
All right, there we go. Yes, I did.
Okay, good. So now you should
I've never done that before till
Turn
now.
off.
I've been using Windows for 100 years.
turn off the power
All right,
supply
so
and turn it
is-
back on.
Great power cycle.
It's off. I'll wait about 5 seconds.
Yeah, wait a few seconds and then power
You know,
cycle.
turn it on.
All right, I got that flash again. It's on now.
All right, and so now you should just be able to push the Q flash, but just boop, press it, and it should start working. After about 20 seconds, the light should start to blink.
Move that metal thing so we can watch the flash drive.
The flash drive doesn't have a light on it. We're not going to see anything.
Oh.
I'm not
Wait,
sure.
wait.
There's a little hole at the end.
Just
but
point
I don't know if
the-
it's a lighter. Oh, hey, whoa, hey, yo.
Hey,
Hey, we got flashing lights over here.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Look at that
Wow.
over here. We got some flashing lights like in Midtown. Oh,
I've never been so excited to see a flashing light in my
no
life.
way.
oh my. I had to check my pants.
Yeah.
All right, so there we go.
So it's doing the
we'll
update
just
right
let it
now.
sit for a while.
Yeah, so we want to watch the light. Let's see.
Don't interrupt it.
How long
You don't
does
want
it
to break the
go?
board.
Oh,
then you
am I
gotta
supposed to
check
be
it out.
counting the blinks?
No.
Oh, hey, the LED lights came on.
So once the light over the button stops flashing after about 4 minutes and 20 seconds, that's when you know the update's done. It takes a long time, but
4 minutes and 20 seconds.
yeah, apparently.
Oh man, we can't go now in radio. That's a lifetime.
Yeah, dead air.
A lot
Okay.
of dead air, you know.
Do you want me to show you what I ordered this week?
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
go
we got
ahead.
4 minutes.
We're looking for. Yeah,
A
we're looking
4-minute
for
filler?
filler right now. So
Okay, here's a filler.
yeah, go
Hey,
ahead.
the
I
speed
just
of
I
the-
just have to.
Yeah.
You
Please,
see
folks.
Morse code there.
There you go. I removed the spotlight. Go ahead.
Blinking light.
Shut
Ooh,
up.
it started. It stayed steady now. It's changed. Ooh.
Yes,
Doing
I'm on a
something.
steady burn now.
It's doing something.
Okay, hang on. Oh, I gotta kill that. Okay, hang on. I wasn't ready.
These
You
things
see,
sure look a lot cooler than they used to.
Yeah, they really went crazy with the advertise or decoration.
There you go.
Nice.
So run 4 gig memory, 128 gigs.
Goodness, 4 gig memory. That's gonna be
Celery.
But this
It's
is for
probably
Poda.
soldered in, so you can't upgrade it.
Yeah. Well, this is but look at the price on the right hand side.
Yeah, I noticed that.
$149.99. And what happened was, I tried to order it. I sent this out to Joseph and Ian, and I'm saying I'm thinking about buying this. What do you think? I want to use it just for Poda. I want to go out, and do it. And the spec is it's got Wi-Fi and all the rest of the magic stuff. I'm using the wrong mouse.
The desktop and not a Chromebook or something, right? It's an actual
No, it's
standalone
actually
computer.
it's a standalone computer.
Okay, you just want because if you're going to use it somewhere where you don't want to be dependent on the internet, you don't want any kind of book or
That's right. No,
anything
12,
like that, yeah.
12-hour battery life, which was important. That's what I was looking for. So we can guess it's round about 10. It does actually say it comes with 10 with a free upgrade to 11, but then at the top it says Windows 11. So I might have to do what you're doing now. And it's Energy Star rated or whatever, and the specs are reasonable, for the money. It's got some kind of fancy graphics in with a cheaper one. You can get one at 129, but it's the resolution is 60 It's actually
28 gigs of storage.
yeah. So it's got 128 gig E squared EMMC or something or other. So I don't know if that can be
That's
upgraded,
a
but that's plenty.
solder-in hard drive. You're never going to be able to upgrade it.
No, I know, but that's plenty. I mean, all I want to use it is out in the field for PODA work, and when I'm doing, whatever field day and stuff like that. I don't really want to use it for anything else, because I haven't got anything I can walk about with.
Or an FT32 and logging programs, and
Yeah.
before long you'll need a 32 terabyte hard drive.
Well, I can always plug in a USB drive if I need extra, but I don't think I will. This is really Mickey Mouse. Yeah, there's the 129 one. That's only got 64, and it's got lesser graphics and whatever. And I figured for another $20, I'm going to go for it. So I've ordered it. Now I had fun ordering it because I bought it from Best Buy. Now, when I logged on to Best Buy with my Linux computer, because it's limited or whatever, I don't know, but you don't have to say where you live. You don't have to give it your local store. When I logged on with this computer, complete disaster, because it was my local store and they don't have it, and they're not going to sell it. So I got onto the Best Buy, did the little text window. I had 3 different people. They put me through to Alex in the end, and he said, the only thing you can do is if you look it up on on your other machine and then put it in, it might come up, and it did. So they're shipping to me. It'll come Tuesday. So, I'll play around with it, and maybe next week we can upgrade it to or downgrade it to Windows 10 if it comes as 11. But anyway, that's what I did. That's my filler. I think I just about filled the spot, didn't I? Or do you want? I've got another filler.
Oh, you're fine.
I've got another filler for later. Anyway, I figured for 104, a PC, I'm not expecting great things, but $149. I mean, when you think about what you pay for, a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah.
This has got a keyboard, a power supply, a monitor, and various peripherals. It's got Bluetooth. It's got. Excuse me, that's Jasper.
I think he's a little upset.
No, he's not. He's playing.
The dog is mad at you.
He's mad at Darla, I think. But it might be UPS delivering or something.
Be your laptop.
No, that's not coming till Tuesday. I could have paid another $27 and had it today, tomorrow. But no, I wasn't going to do that. So I've got a couple of things going on here.
Right.
If you want a filler for somewhere else, I'm good.
Well, yeah, I'll let you know. Let's go back and check this real quick, Joseph. What are we waiting for to see here? We still got a steady burn.
The light I think it should go out, but maybe steady burn also means it's done. Let me read this manual some more because
you said 4 minutes. Did anyone set a timer? 4 minutes and 20 seconds, you said.
I think
I know more than that was the last.
All right. Well, while he's reading that, I want to show you guys that right now we've got the storm system out east, leaving Immokalee at this point, and it's going to be moving south pretty much of LaBelle there, and it's going to move into areas of Lehigh here in the next 20 minutes. This is the exact same setup as yesterday. If you guys remember, we had that batch of storms that came through right at dark or right after dark. These are a little later. They're going to wash out. Now, whatever strength they retain when they get here, who knows? But they're definitely, they're on the way, but they're not moving very fast. So they may not hold out. I don't know.
I don't care as long as all
you
the
can run
lights
this back. And
What does the blue Christmas lights mean?
That would be a Jewish Christmas.
That's a Jewish Christmas. Why are there 5 Jewish Christmases? What are those? Are those supposed to be raindrops or something?
Totally. No, what this is, this radar, this is the radar on the Southwest Florida TechNet under weather radar. And when you go down here, once you get the radar up, okay, let me include that so you can see it. You go down here to layers and you click that, and you can select what layers you want. And I don't know why that's clicked, but I always click this one, and I like also storm tracks, lightning, and I also like the watches and warnings. And then you come down and you close it, and now you've got all that stuff on your map, and you can run it forward and look at it. What these basically tell you, you can click on them, bring them back, you can click on them, and it will show you what's going on in that little region right there. That's
That's an
possibly
APRS.
hail due to, it's
The bottom left-hand
It's
one
a
was
Doppler.
almost at my house when you went to the full screen.
Yeah,
Almost.
you're down this way.
I'm in that band
Yeah,
just
see.
above you. No,
Yeah, there's some hail reported.
yeah.
And then these are strong storms, the green ones.
But those
You'll
are
see yellow, orange,
below
red.
Naples,
You'll see
yeah.
little tornadoes. There'll be all kinds of little signs that come up. Joseph, just blurt out when you figure out what's going on.
I got it. I think it's done. I think it's
Okay.
done. It says, the manual says once the flight light stops flashing. So it stopped flashing. So I guess it's done.
Okay.
Certainly take more than 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes has elapsed since. we
All right. So I would assume now I want to turn the power off before I touch anything.
Why do you keep saying hello? Be quiet. Gosh.
All right, power's off.
Power's off. Okay, the light went out. I'd say remove the drive,
Some drives out.
Now we can
Yep.
do the fun stuff.
and now we get to do the fun stuff. Would be my guess.
Install the memory in the CPU.
Quit copying Rick. Okay, so there we go. I got that back there out of it. Now I can go ahead and unplug these, right? Because we're going to have to
Yes.
refish these wires and everything.
Yes.
So there's no sense in leaving those plugged in.
Yeah.
I'm being very careful not to touch anything that I could provide a static electric charge.
That
You
clip
got-
has a little.
Yeah, you got to press the top of that little clip.
Yeah,
It's got a.
I am.
yeah. Get it to release. There you go.
Gonna press it really, really hard. Okay. All right. So where are we
Off
at
for a
now?
win.
What we
All right,
unboxing the.
I would say the CPU is the first thing you should do.
Yeah, I thought this was hilarious when I got this box. I want you guys to look at this. It's like, oh, cool. Look, and you take this out. Now look.
Oh, all right.
They want you to think you're having a
It's
real
an empty
nice,
box.
fancy packaging experience.
I opened it up and I'm like, son of a bitch. I was like, somebody stole my. Oh wait, no, there it is.
All the
There it
money
is.
you spent on a CPU is spent on the packaging.
This was the most expensive thing. This little piece of, you know what? This was the most expensive thing right here.
Be careful with it.
Okay.
Don't let it fall. Whatever you do, don't let it fall.
Nah.
You want to start bending.
Just be as gentle with it as you can until it's into the motherboard.
Yeah, but you say that's the most expensive part. How many transistors are in there? And just think of how much you were paying for
Probably,
each
yeah.
transistor.
Oh, I know.
I want to guess at
What was this
32
like? This was like
million.
$400 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
but
it was
there's,
almost $400. All right, so
but there's probably 1 trillion transistors
how do I
in there.
just-
So
Okay, so don't get it out yet. Leave it in the package for a minute. Set it off to the side. So look at the motherboard, and you see next to the CPU slot, there's that little metal arm that sticks down.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to slide that over.
these
And
were on the old ones.
Take that.
there you go.
There you go.
So now look on that CPU slot for a little circle dot or a triangle. You look at it, it may be like indented into the plastic. It may not be like a sticker. It's going to probably be like a little indent. On my motherboard, it was kind of hard to find. You're looking for like a little circle or a triangle.
I don't see anything like that. Hold on.
Well, it's there. It's just really small, and it's going to be hard to.
Sometimes they'll put a corner of the socket looks like it's missing.
Yeah.
It could also be that, or it could be printed on the motherboard next to it too. It may not be physically on the little plastic of the socket. Let me, I'm gonna pull up a picture of this board again, and I'm gonna see if I can.
Is that it on the lower right-hand corner there where it's the space?
I can't see
Little spot right here
glare.
and a little tip.
Your light whitewashes, we can't see nothing. It's,
I know these cameras are not made for this, unfortunately.
That's the only corner that's.
Okay, I found it. I found it.
Corner
On the-
would be
on the
dented,
picture.
but there's it'll be different from the other.
Hold on
three.
just a second. Let me refocus this here.
I believe I found it. And it should only go in one way. If you try and put it in wrong, it won't go in because the pins are aligned. But if it doesn't just kind of drop in, don't push it.
Where have I heard that before?
Everywhere. Hopefully.
Well,
everywhere.
I think, yeah, I think the line is, that's what you said.
Pride.
Yeah.
This damn camera. It's a really neat camera, but it's just cheap and it's hard to get the optics to go on it. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
I
Okay.
see a little tab right here.
Okay, that's not it. That's not it.
and
There should be an indentation. One of the four corners should be different.
Okay, it's the bottom left corner. Do you see the little white triangle on the motherboard?
Yeah,
And there's also a little triangle engraved into the plastic as well.
okay, I do see something engraved there. You're right. Boy, it's hard to see.
Yeah,
It's like a
really-
slash line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. So
Yep.
on this, when you
It's there. It's
Okay.
there. You see it there. You can see it there.
Yep,
But also the top right-hand corner
Okay.
looks like it's cut off.
it is. It only goes in one way. Okay, so now you get your CPU out, and on the top of the CPU should be printed a little gray triangle or a white triangle or something. You just want to make sure those corners are on the same corner. Be very careful with that CPU. If you bend those pins, you're in big trouble. So you got a little triangle. It should just kind of sit on there.
Triangle.
Okay, all right. Try and drop it in. You don't see the triangle?
I assume that's it. See it there? There's like a little round circle there.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah, I
it.
got it. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Go ahead.
Boy, they're cryptic, aren't they?
Yeah. Don't
Don't
push
push,
on it.
don't
Right
push.
in.
It went in?
It went right in.
Perfect. All right.
It
Slide
fell
that little
right in,
arm.
yeah.
Slide that little. Oh, no, don't take it out.
Yeah, it falls right down in.
All right. Perfect. All right. You're good. So you should be
It's
able to
back
slide.
in. My wife likes when I do it a couple times.
Yeah, well, she likes it when you wiggle it around, and that's no good.
Yeah, well, I don't wiggle this shit around. Okay,
No,
so
exactly.
that's down now.
Put the fan in.
Arm
I'm
is
going to get
down
an
now.
R rating on YouTube for this week's episode, and all we did was put a computer together.
Yeah.
All right, so all
right.
that's good,
The
right?
most delicate part is done. So good job.
Wow.
All right,
They need
good job. As long as I didn't screw it up.
Yep. As long as you didn't feel like you were crushing anything when you pulled that little arm down, you're good to go. I think it worked.
Do you hear any crunching sound?
No, that arm came down with zero, barely any resistance at all. No resistance.
Good.
Well,
It
you
fell
could
right
turn
in
it
place.
upside down and see if it
Chip.
falls out.
No. Please
Shake
no.
it really hard, right?
No. Oh, y'all are killing me.
Okay. Are we going to do anything else while we're at this point?
The next step would be, I guess, whatever you want to do. The cooler, the memory, or the NVMe drive. I'd put the NVMe drive on next just because it's kind of...
Don't we need to put it in the case now?
No.
No.
Well, you
Oh.
can, but you can't yet because the cooler has to go on first because there's a plate on the back of the motherboard that it has
They
to...
always put all
Oh,
this stuff
okay,
on,
okay.
put the damn thing in,
I'd put your storage drive in now.
yeah, in NVMe drive. Let's see what you got from NVMe drive.
So what is it? An
NVMe.
So that's not an SSD.
It is an SSD, but it's just a different. It's not like a
Oh,
SATA drive.
it's not a SATA
Like
drive. It's
SATA
a
drive.
different.
It's a lot faster than a SATA drive.
It's a different interface. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
God, it's small.
And that actually mounts on the motherboard now,
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
not in a tray. Oh wow.
Yeah. There it is.
Oh wow. It looks like a memory card.
All right. What is that? Samsung? What kind is that?
It's a 970 Evo.
It's a Samsung.
All right. That's a good one.
So what's that? A gigabyte?
I got Western Digital here, but that's fine.
Again, guys, all these parts are in the email newsletter. They're all the specifics. Okay, so this goes in here, right?
Yep, right there. Yep, that's it. That's the heat spreader. So you got to take that.
So,
There's a little Phillips head screw right there.
Yeah.
Make sure you're powered off. Yeah, you're unplugged and powered off. Yeah. Okay.
That would be a nice feature.
Yeah, well, I want to save the magic smoke for later.
You want to make sure everything's hooked up before you do that.
That's right.
This is like putting my laptop together.
Yeah, it's just a little bit easier than working in a laptop.
Yeah, it is.
So that should come out. It may go on with the
So
with
that
the
takes several links of those.
yeah, you can put a bunch of different sizes in. That little thing part that you took
I
out.
see there's actually spots for two.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Neato.
Oh, and there's 3 different sizes it takes, and there's 2 different spots.
I'd be used
So I assume this one is going to go. Well, I can put another one in pretty
Or
easy.
a 1 and a 2 or something like that. Okay. That works.
Okay.
Make sure
That's
you get
in
it all
there.
the way in there. I couldn't get my laptop to go because I put the darn thing in and it wouldn't do anything. It didn't see the drive. Well, you got to push that thing all the way in, or it's going to be. Yeah, I think you got it.
Yeah, it's in there. It's stuck. It's actually sticking up a little bit,
Yeah, it's supposed to do that.
that's
which
normal.
is from that. Okay, and then this goes back in. Do I peel this off the bottom?
Yeah, I get. Well, is that? Yeah, I guess so. That's a little thermal pad. I guess it's supposed to
You
help.
want to leave that on there, I think.
The little-
Oh no, yeah,
It's in there thermal glue.
And only one screw.
Well, wait. Screw the drive in first. That one has a separate screw for the little thing that holds it down.
Oh, there is a drive screw.
Oh, I know where those are.
Yeah, they're
That's
in a
what
little
this little
bag.
damn thing is.
I love that. You can put 2 of them on there.
Should have a phenolic on it.
Well, don't do that.
Oh no, don't wiggle it around.
Don't do that. Put the screw in after the drive is fully seated. Otherwise, it won't fold down.
You're gonna get.
No, this goes under the drive. I need to pull the drive back out. That's what I need.
Oh, it's a little
And then
standoff.
this has to go. This is like a little stand that goes there.
Oh, a spacer.
Yeah. Yep. And then this goes in on a 45-degree angle.
Which, okay.
When it goes all the way down, it should be level with the board. It shouldn't be at an angle. It looks like it's right.
That looks.
It's level with the board.
All right, perfect.
So then I got another little teeny cocaine bag here. This got one of these.
Go the snorting before you get.
My God, this is small enough to snort. It's the smallest screw I've ever seen in my life.
Don't lose it.
Snorting screws on YouTube.
Need a screw starter.
Well, I actually have I have my favorite size of screw. This you can basically make a screw. It works great. All right, so I got that. I could have just taped it. I could easily just tape this down. Okay, so I got that now. I got this peeled off because this has got that sticky thermal stuff on it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna stick this on there and stick it down.
And it should screw back in, right? Yeah, there you go.
Man, I love it when a plan comes together. Look at that.
Sweet.
All right, there we go.
Nice.
Now we got a hard drive. All right.
And a CPU.
Yep.
Now we need
What else needs to be done? I want to do the thermal thing last because that thing's big and it's all in the way.
Yeah. So the
is there
next
anything else
thing,
we can do before we get to that?
yeah, you
Memory.
could do
Memory.
memory, but we got to put them in the right slot so that we have dual channel. Let's see here.
What's it got
Oh,
only
I definitely
two?
want dual
How
channel.
many sticks you got? Because you got 4 spaces there.
No, it's got 4. I got 2 sticks. It's got 4 holes.
Okay, yeah, you gotta make sure you get the right ones.
Song
That's what she
memory.
said.
Every other one.
Channel A, you want to put them into the slots that say A1 and A2. Wait, hold on. Is that right?
Gotta check that real clear. Yeah, clear.
Hold on.
But they might be.
Socket,
It might go AB, AB.
Yeah, that's-
Oh, you want to, if you have 2 modules, it says put them into A2 and B2.
Okay,
If you have 2, so A2 and B2
All
are
right,
listed
I got
here.
it. A2 is this one. B2 is this one. They're listed right there.
You have
Here,
to
I'll think
click-
you guys might.
Click those things open, those little tabs on either side. You might want to click those open first.
Yeah, I think it's just the one side now on these new ones.
Okay.
And then, but you can see the little list right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we're gonna go A2 and B2.
Oh, it even says right on there.
Yeah.
The little mark that says what to plug it into if you just have 1 stick or 2 sticks.
All right.
And make sure your little tab lines up. They only go in one way, so make sure your little notch is lined up.
Now they go in the other way. It just takes a lot more force.
When I was a lot younger, someone donated me an old laptop, and I had some memory sticks I found in a drawer, and I said, "Hey, I'd love to put these in this laptop." Well, they didn't fit, so I actually tried to make the notch a different shape so that it would fit.
you probably wound up with smoke.
No,
There
the
you go.
computer just would never. It never had any signs of life again after that. It wouldn't even. Literally nothing would happen when you tried to turn it on. No lights, no
It
screen, no
came up the ghost.
nothing.
Bricked it.
Yeah, big time. But it was a really old laptop, so it wasn't.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah.
Rock on.
What is that?
Memory go off.
DDR4?
Yes.
Okay.
So how much RAM have we put in?
64?
Wow.
32.
32,
16s.
16s. Okay.
I thought you would.
Yeah, like we both did some research, and he's done research, and the 64 I just don't think was needed yet. I just don't think we're there, and I can easily add 2 more at any time. So
Yeah.
it's an easy fix. I can add another hard drive. I can add 2 more sticks. Got expansion cards out the yinger.
You'll watch the
Or
price of
four.
RAM go up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit it.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. We're probably going to go into a recession here, and when you go into a recession, non-necessary items tend to get cheaper. And is that
Yeah.
somebody shooting outside, or is it?
Uh-oh.
Make sure it's not lightning.
No, it was either fireworks or gunshots.
Uh-oh.
Don't bleed on the new computer.
Yeah. Somebody's trying to start a war.
Yeah, I need to get some. I live in a like a little bit of a rough neighborhood. It's not too bad, but it's not great. It's good enough that I've already provided footage to the sheriff's department 4 times for crimes. All right.
Well,
Luckily, I was not.
And,
the
we, and
victim on
we've
any of them.
enjoyed every single one of
There's
them. They were great. It's
Yeah, I mean, I got an
Great
arsonist in
entertainment.
jail right now because of my cans. Yep. Okay, Joseph. It
All
looks
right.
like
Wow.
that's
The next
done.
step, the
That's
next step
done.
is the CPU cooler.
The fanny.
All right, guys.
Double
This
green
thing,
colors.
I'm gonna tell you guys, this thing's the mother load right here. This thing's big. This was like the third biggest box I got. I mean, it was huge. This is
It's interesting. The second hard disk or equivalent or whatever doesn't have a heatsink like the first one did.
all right. Let me pull this camera back.
I wonder why they didn't give one.
Yeah, unless it's in the magic
They
pack.
need to add one.
Unless it's in the box with all the magic bits and pieces.
Yeah, you might want to make sure you don't throw anything out if you get rid of your box.
I'm not getting rid of any of the boxes for at least 90 days. That's usually what I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, this is the cooler.
Yeah. Looks like a piece of the air conditioning the outside air conditioning unit.
Yep. And the way it works is it's this thing here is going to stick right on there like that.
And that thing, is it already got the thermal paste already on the cooler?
Yes, it does.
Oh,
And
nice.
I bought some. Yeah, I bought some. I didn't even need it.
Looks like an outside.
It's all right though, because I needed it anyway. I got like 5 other projects too.
Is it got
but I
does
can't.
it have
We don't want to stick that on there yet.
is there a little plastic cover over the thermal paste?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So in the box, you should have a bunch of brackets and screws and spacers and stuff, and you're gonna have to figure out which ones to use for this board.
Yeah, another.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna need that. That has to go on the heatsink
on the
itself.
air condenser. Jeez, if the computer gets hot, you'll have to call the air conditioning people.
All right, they got 4 wires, and I got a bag full of stuff. There's already. I don't want to lose anything. There's already
Clutter.
brackets on this board too, but they're probably the wrong.
Yeah, they're just
Probably
like
the wrong ones.
yeah, they're just spacers for transport. You
So
don't need those.
Those.
So that plate at the back, you're gonna remove that
So
most
I
likely.
just take those. I just take those off.
Yeah, check
Yeah,
your
I'm
bag.
just
So
gonna basically come in with my screwdriver,
Dallas is going.
taking
See you,
these off,
Dallas.
right?
Yes. You actually may be able to use
See you
that
later,
plate.
Dallas. Have a good one, man.
I don't know if
Honestly,
What, this one here?
no, but yeah, take both the front ones off. I'm not sure if that cooler came with a bracket for the back of the board. You may not need to use it if it did come with one. I don't know.
I think it does have one. It does have one. It looks like an X.
Okay.
I don't know if you can hear the thunder, but we got the thunder here.
Yeah, I think I just hear that. Okay, the front ones are off. Yeah, these are like threaded. Oh, that plate has pieces that come through from the plate.
Yeah, the plate comes off.
We might be able to just use that.
Yeah, but the distance between the little standoffs might be different. So check what they gave you in the bag.
stuff
Yeah,
moving.
there's all kinds of stuff in here, man. All right, I'm gonna have to sit down a little bit. So let me move this.
Wow, we got a ton of lightning as well.
Yeah, that crap should be
Oh,
pretty
you're
close
getting
to you now.
spanked.
Part of it is.
Yeah, and it is coming towards us, and it looks, guys. I know this goes against what I just said. Looks like it's strengthened quite a bit. All right,
It's just
I
really-
have this piece.
There you go. Yeah.
I think
Yeah, it's
that would
right
go
in
in
the
the back.
windows.
That would go in the back, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's
Okay.
right over top of me now. It's rattling the windows.
Yeah, I don't know what to do here. I got different. These are like different sets of brackets.
Hmm.
This is another style bracket. Yeah, this is crazy. I didn't.
I don't
realize
really.
it was gonna be.
There should be two brackets of some kind, because the little part that mounts on the CPU has a bracket that holds it onto the little standoffs. So you should have two like little arm shaped kind of things.
Yeah, there's two sets of those here.
Okay.
These have different size holes than these. And then there's a third set here that's different. There's 3 different sets.
Well,
so they're for 3 different kinds, of boards, I guess. So I need to find the one that fits this board, which is not going to be any of these, I don't think.
Well, it'll definitely be one of them.
This one fits long ways, but that's not how it's supposed to go, I don't think.
Might be. There's always the manual.
Like this.
If we spend 30 minutes and 2 hours trying to get this together and we still can't, then we could maybe look at the manual.
Oh, come on.
But after 2 hours, okay.
2 hours? That's nothing.
I shouldn't have to look at no stupid manual.
I spent 4 hours on Tuesday because I did a Windows update trying to figure out why nothing would work, and it was a USB driver that I had to replace.
What gets
thing
me
to do is never do a Windows update.
Oh no, but it got me. It did 2 updates. One when I shut the machine down, and one when I opened it up. And it lost all my tabs, like 10 years worth of tabs, but I managed to recover all those, saved web pages and stuff. And then I went to launch my SDR, and it didn't work.
Wow, they really do give you a lot of pieces, man. You may have to use that backplate that it came with. I'm just not sure. Every motherboard is different. Every cooler is different, so I can't really help too much with this.
Did the cooler come with screws? Is there screws in the cooler bag?
Yeah.
Because sometimes they'll supply what's needed in the. Well, we used to call it heat sink, but I guess it's got a little more complex than that.
Well, this is all the stuff that comes with this. Now I'm trying to figure out. I got the instructions here, and it looks like
Get the X.
the threads of the socket frame. I don't.
It
understand.
says it fits your board. It says it fits your board, so
Yeah. See that. I don't know how it mounts. What mounts to it? I mean, when you look at the size, this is where my holes are. The only way it fits is this way, but on my board, there's stuff there. So I don't know.
we'll see how the arm kind of branches out around the stuff.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's, it does rise up some,
Yeah.
Oh, well, it is a Ryzen, isn't it? So.
like that.
Rise.
And that is above everything.
What's up, Josh?
There.
I think that's
But
it.
I don't know what these screw to behind the thing.
Well, you probably got to put a screw through that, like sandwich it, kind of.
I know, but I don't know what goes in the back.
All right, let me watch the YouTube video for how to install.
Well, while you're doing that, I have the instructions here, and I'm working on that too. I had no idea that this was going to be like this. Let's see here.
All right, let's see what's going on.
Okay, I see. Where I'm missing screws.
No. Oh my gosh. All right. So you can use the backing plate that the motherboard came with. Here.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this.
That would
I'm
be
gonna
easier.
look at this. Look at your screen. I'm sharing my screen so you can see what it's supposed to be like. You see that?
There's like a screen over the screen.
What?
Let me see. Maybe that's on my side. Hold on.
Looks
Oh
like
my
Lego.
Oh, never mind. Okay, yeah, I see it.
Get him out.
Okay, I see what to do. I see exactly what to do.
Okay,
Boy,
you
it
can
helps
use
when they show me a picture.
you can use the board that like the little black square that it came with. You can use that the motherboard
Yep.
came with.
And you gotta, yep.
And then you got the little spacers. It
Yep.
may have given
And
you
then
different.
these.
If it only gave you one size of spacers, that's good, but it may have given you multiple sizes of spacer.
Now there's just the one in this bag here. And this
Oh.
looks like the exact ones.
Okay, good.
That'd be the yellow ones.
There.
Goodness.
Okay, those are on. And then
Then the little
let's
arms.
see.
You
Where'd
need
it
to
go?
hold on. Let me put it back. So you've got the little arms, and the little bump on the arms has to be
Okay.
going up.
Okay. That's not so bad.
We need a bit of drama. This is getting boring.
I should have had music queued up. Maybe some Benny Hill music. A bunch of Brits running around a field.
Do you know Benny Hill
We
wasn't
used to
very
watch
big
that
in
show
England
really.
at all?
My father loved Benny Hill. He watched him all the time.
I know, and do you know he
Of course,
was
my
not
father,
big in England at all. He was like, you know, a third-rate
That's crazy.
comedian. It was
I
really
I always figured he was.
yeah.
It sucks because we thought you guys. It sucks because for the longest time I thought y'all were all like that.
Yeah, I know.
I said, that's why they're so fit over there. They're always running around chasing each other. Anyway,
Scantily clad ladies.
yes, exactly. All right, so we're good here. They're snug but not tight.
Well, go ahead and tighten
Okay.
them down.
And yeah, well, they are. They're tight, but I mean, I'm not going over tight on them here.
Yeah. Okay.
Tight. Okay, there we go. All right, they're tight now, and a little bit, and there's that. Now, what goes next?
All right. So now the cooler itself, the big thing with the fans, has to mount on there somehow.
Holy Moses! Look at the size of that thing.
Let's see. Okay, so the heat sink, the aluminum block on the bottom should have a little cross member on it, a little arm with a screw hole in it.
Oh,
We
I
have to-
see it. Okay, I understand now. I have to take this plastic thing off. And it's going to be this thing right here.
Yeah,
And it's
that.
got little grooves so that it fits down in there.
Yeah.
Oh, how,
And
how
before
clever.
when you're ready to start screwing it down, make sure you remove the little plastic film over the thermal paste on the bottom of the cooler because.
No, I did. It's already off.
Okay.
It's already off. I just wanted to, I had touched this and I just want to make sure there's no oils or anything on there.
It's good.
Okay.
Yes, now.
So we're ready to set this now.
Yep. That little bar, is that bar spaced right? I guess it is. I can't see the other side, so I don't know. What?
It's not really. It's above it just a little bit.
Well, yeah, it'll squish down just a little bit when you screw it in, but
Because it will actually. I can see that. Okay, so
Yeah, right.
bloody
I
hell.
wish.
It's an air conditioning tower.
So you're into
Yeah,
Spike.
absolutely.
I've lost the.
You better believe it.
The science, science fiction, all the rest of it. If you watch Benny Hill, and you thought that was real life. If you ever watched Red Dwarf, obviously not. That's real life.
Red
Red Dwarf.
No, I've never seen that.
That's a British comedy about space exploration.
Oh,
I'm gonna have a look now and see if it's on Prime or anywhere.
Oh, I used to watch Monty Python and Faulty Towers.
Everybody watched those, yeah. How many Faulty Tower episodes do you think there were?
It's trivia. I couldn't tell you, but I don't think it was all that many.
That was 11.
Really?
Yeah. And at the time, his wife was, oh God, I can't remember her name now. The maid.
Yeah.
That was his real wife. And they wrote it between them.
That's
okay.
Is it screwed down all the way and tight?
Yep. I don't want to over tighten it, but
Well,
yeah, it's tight.
You don't want it. It looks like it's wiggling a bit, so I would tighten it down. I mean, you don't want it
It's made
loose.
for that much torque, right?
Yeah, you want to
I'd
do
say
it.
substantial would be, because it's obviously pulling it down on top of the. Oh, if
Yeah.
you can move it, it's not tight enough.
If it's wiggling and it's like tipping back and forth, then it's not tight enough. It needs to be more.
No, trust me, it's tight now. I can, yeah,
Yeah, that looks good. That looks good.
it's tight.
All right.
Yeah,
now
this is a chiller off a bank building. That's where we got it.
Yeah, really. Looks like one of those air conditioning units off the top.
It's huge.
of the buildings.
Yeah.
It is huge.
Now we got to put the fan on it, don't we?
Yes. And I'm not sure
The
which
fan.
direction. I'm not sure which direction that. I guess you can look at the blades and see which way that it would spin.
So there should be an arrow on the fan case showing which direction.
On the side should say which direction it's going. Now, do you blow air onto the CPU or do you suck air off of the CPU?
I don't know. Y'all
That sounded
see?
dirty.
I'd say blow air on
Touch
too,
it
just
was,
because I would say blow, but I really don't
But
think it matters.
what's the fans doing on the outside of the case? Are they sucking or blowing?
They're doing both. So the fans in the back are sucking.
So it's cross
It's-
flow.
Yeah, it's set up to flow the air in a specific direction. So he's got it set up so that the air is gonna flow in through the back and exhaust out the front.
This fan clearly has a front and a back.
Yes.
Since
Look on the
this stuff's-
side and see if there's
I
an
would
arrow.
assume it goes like that. I did.
Yeah.
I don't see any marking that would
On the
indicate
side,
what
on the
direction
side, not
the
the
air
top.
flow.
Yeah, up on the side, one of the edges. Yeah.
That's
Show which
It
way.
probably doesn't.
where
My
I'm looking.
my fans don't even have a mark on them.
But it looks like you can see the back of it definitely goes on there like that.
Yes, but the problem is which side of the heatsink do you put it on? Because if you put it on one side and you flip it around, then the air goes the other direction. So you want it to be going in the direction that the case is going to be flowing. So you want the air to be coming from where the little IO shield is, next to your
Okay,
hand, and you want it to be flowing towards the memory.
This is the back, correct? This is the back.
Yes, this is
Yeah.
the back.
So I would like it to flow into it from this direction because the air conditioning tube is going to hook up right here.
Yes.
And
so
there's
that-
a fan right here blowing in. So we would want this right here so that fresh air conditioned air is going to go right through this chiller.
I guess so.
This bitch will never overheat. It will never overheat. I'm telling you.
What is the?
All right.
Is that a 12-volt fan or 110 volts or what?
They're like 5 volts or 12 volts. I'm pretty
So
sure
can
they're.
you couple it up to something and see whether it's blowing or sucking? I guess it's probably going to be easy enough to take off and change, isn't it?
Yeah.
It will. I can do it after we put it together. I'm not worried about that. Does this plug into the board?
Yeah, so there's going to be a little header on there. It'll look like 2 pins, and it should say printed next to it. It should say CPU_fan or something to that effect.
Yep, I see it. It's a gray one here.
Yep. So that's where you want to plug it in.
All right. So if I plug that in there, and then the next thing I need to do is clip it on.
Mm-hmm. So your little pile of clips is sitting there under your screwdriver.
Why won't this go on? There it goes. Okay, and then this is going to go back like that. Just
Yep.
like that.
Yep.
I got clips here. And
Oh wow, it's not even screwed on. Wow.
Good luck.
Looks like that goes like that.
Let's see here.
Let's go. Oh my God. Okay.
You know how YouTube added that feature to shows what parts of the video have been replayed the most?
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at the install video for the CPU cooler, and right where he shows how to put the clips on, there's like a big old spike where people have replayed the video. All right, so it looks like the clips go into the screw holes. And then they clip on through the fins on the heatsink. So the screw holes that are there, you want the little hooks on the clips to go through the screw holes.
Oh, I see. Like, yes, I see. Okay, like
but
this.
But on the other
and
side,
like this.
on the outside. So not like that, but put it like where your thumb is. Not like that. No.
So it goes on the outside.
Yeah. So not well. No.
Like that.
No. It's got to go on the sides. It's got to go on the sides. Can't go on the top. But you had the right
Man, you
idea.
are a picky some bitch. You hear it?
There
Yeah,
you
I want
go.
them on the side. I want them on the front. Okay.
Then you got to do it on the other side. So
Yeah, I guess I need a rubber band or something. What do I hook them to?
the fins, they go the little nubs go in behind the fins.
Oh, ice. Ah. Oh. Oh. How clever and clever. That is so awesome. There we go.
CPU heatsink looks like it's moving around too much to me.
It's not. It's, trust me, it's very firm on there.
Okay.
It probably needs to be a little bit of flexibility there.
I really wish I could. I'm not going to worry about it. All right. All right. That's there. That's ready.
So the little cable for the fan, is there any way you can tuck that under the fan or do anything to make it so it's not sticking out?
Okay.
There you go. Looks good. All right. I think you've done it. Yeah, that looks good.
Right.
Now I guess the next
mount
step.
This thing?
Yes. I
And
guess
I'm going to have all kinds of cool little parts left over.
Hold on to them.
the standoffs already on the case, or you got to put them on?
Looks like they're there.
It already has them.
Yeah.
It already has them. All
Do you
right.
have the little screws that
What?
go in there?
Yes. The little pack of screws for the case is right here.
Awesome. Awesome. So what I would do first is install a power supply, just because you may have to take that cover off. And if the motherboard's on there, it might stop you from getting the cover off. So I would say do your power supply first.
Okay. All right. So I have my power supply here. Let me pull everything off of it. Should I pull everything off? I
Yep.
can pull these
Yep.
off too. Or
Yep.
just-
Pull everything off.
Apparently easier said than done.
Well, a little pull in there. All right. There we go.
So you're gonna have to look and see how you do it. But on the bottom of the case, there's a little. Yeah, you got it. You know what you're doing. You got to get that
but
in
it
there.
doesn't fit in either one.
It's not gonna fit. You're gonna have to take that cover off of there somehow. It's not gonna slide in. You're gonna have to do a little bit of stuff with it. What's that model? What's the name of that case so I can look it up?
I don't know. Like I said, the newsletter has all the exact names and everything.
I will look at the newsletter.
There's a spot under here for hard drives too, which we don't need.
Musentex ATXP case.
It's not those. I mean, it looks like that thing's permanently there, but it can't be.
No, it comes off somehow.
Rivet it on.
Really?
That don't come off.
Well then, is there a panel on the bottom somewhere that comes off?
Maybe something comes out of there to get that power supply in there.
On top, it's going to come off somehow, one way or another. Oh, which one did you get?
Slides in from the back or something, no?
Do you remember? Hold on. What is that one?
They just go in there. No, because it goes in there somehow and attaches. What about
Looks like there's screws. You might be able to take that cover off
What
there.
about the top cover? No, I'm talking about the other top. Maybe it's the
It
bottom.
doesn't come off. This is all permanent.
If
It's
you
all
go
riveted
back to the
in.
back, there were screws. I think you can take that back cover off where the hole is and make the hole bigger. If you go back to the back, you see there's two screws at the top.
Those are rivets. Those are rivets.
Oh, okay. So
Oh, you do it from the other side. Turn the computer case all the way around. So we're looking at the back, like the
front.
At the front.
No, see
we
the
gotta
side
take-
with the panel? You took the glass off to the opposite side of the glass.
Oh, okay.
The back.
Yeah, I haven't
like
taken
the-
that side off.
Take that. That comes
Yeah.
off. Take that off.
That makes sense.
Probably
I knew it goes in here because I checked the compatibility.
Oh yeah, all the cases are
All
more or less the same in how they work, so it'll definitely have a way to get in. You just gotta find it.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. There's a big old hole for it to go into. So those cables you're pulling out there are all your fan headers and USB port and power switch and stuff like that. So
we should go ahead and plug some of this stuff up. Some of it goes into the motherboard, though, right?
pretty sure all of that
Like
stuff there should go into the
This
motherboard.
must be
That's the controller for all your lights.
This obviously is the controller for the lights, right?
Yeah, all of those
on
cables
that,
go in the motherboard.
Every one of these.
Yeah, all of those are going to go into the motherboard.
So they should be redirected in a different way then, right?
Yeah,
I would think.
yeah.
We can always, well, maybe we should put the, I don't know, maybe we should put the board in first, but I think these right here are going to end up, they're going to end up having to come around and go in to here. Okay. All right. So what of this, none of this plugs into the main.
None of the stuff in the case that the case came with is going to plug into the power supply. It's all going to plug into the motherboard. So right now what you should do is run your cables to the motherboard. So just like see all the pockets on the top, like the little rectangle holes. That's where you're going to pass through your power cables for the CPU. And yeah, so those same cables that you just
I don't
had,
know which ones I can use. Right, but I don't know which ones I can put it through because without the board, maybe we should put the board in now.
Yeah, you can do the board. Do the board first.
You think?
So yeah, you can. Since this
well, I'm
doesn't
just thinking
interfere.
once the board's there, then I can.
Yeah, no, do that because I thought the cover came off the top, but you put the power supply in the back, so it doesn't matter if the board's in or not. So this makes more sense.
Okay. So I know that when we put this in, I know I can see where this needs to go. So I know it goes like this.
Oh, put your IO shield, the little plastic thing with holes in it that came with the motherboard. Put that in first before we do anything else.
Hold on. All right. What are you talking about now?
The little plastic thing that came with the motherboard that looks like it has holes for all the USB ports on it. It's called an IO shield. It came with your motherboard.
Oh yeah.
It's already about it on there.
Oh, it is? Oh, well then don't worry about it. Okay. Oh yeah, it's already on there. Yeah, great.
Okay. You're gonna tell that. All ATX and ITX form factor motherboards have those.
I don't know why this isn't fitting. Maybe it's got to go this way first.
You can stay there.
Are there any cables or something running through there that are blocking you? Looks like you got it.
That fits the hole perfectly, and we're in place.
All right, go ahead and screw it. Put all your little screws in the standoffs.
Do they still use those phenolic washers?
No, they're just built-on contacts on the board.
These screws aren't very long.
Nope.
I don't think that those aren't the right ones. No way. Those are all way too small. That's the only bag of screws that came with this, though.
All right, well, check your. They should be short. I mean, they don't need to be long, but
Yeah, but these are little teeny screws. They're not even long enough to go through the board and go into the thing.
Oh, okay.
Wonder if they could have packed them in with the motherboard box.
I have different screws here. Let me see what these do. Oh, those work. All right.
Is it raining yet out there, Dave?
Yeah. Yeah, it's raining and we got, it's quite a storm, the thunder.
Yeah, it's moving.
That stuff moving.
Yeah, it's been raining for about the last 20 minutes.
I'm starting to see the light show. Potato chips.
No.
Just hear some thunder here.
Yeah. All right, so this is going to be that. What do we do next?
After you get all those
We start
put
running
in,
power cable.
yeah. The only component that you haven't, man, that cooler still seems loose.
Hmm?
The only thing you haven't,
Trust me, it's not.
okay. The only thing you haven't put in yet would be the graphics card, I think.
I wouldn't put that in until you got all your cables hooked up.
Yeah, well, the graphics card has a cable that needs to plug in, but yeah,
Yeah.
still do it last.
Oh. I know it's we got guys down in Naples that says it's coming in pretty good down there.
Are you done with the time or are you still on?
You know, we're still on. We're right in the middle of it.
Sorry.
Ain't fine. I got dead air that I'm not filling. Oh, oh God bless. Man, there's a bunch of these. I'd almost say too many. Because then again, they always put too many screws in stuff.
Yeah.
Every project I get done with, I have extra screws. I mean, they put way too many screws and stuff. Usually what I do, when I take something apart, I reevaluate how many screws it needs when I put it back together.
How many loose screws do you have?
Well, just that one's in my head. I know all about that one.
A few of those banging around too.
Yep.
Oh, did it fall down in there?
It's all right. There's always one that never gets in.
Did it fall in down in there?
No, it's out. No, it's out.
You didn't
I
need
would
that
like
one
to
anyway.
screw in there. No, it was extraneous or something.
You got most of them in there though, right?
Yeah. I think I got all but one of them in there actually. But I think it's good. I can't. My fingers won't do nothing like this anymore. I really have a hard time with this kind of stuff. All right. Yeah, there's one missing, but I'm just gonna live with it.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Now you got to run your cables.
Okay, so let me run. Oh, turn this. I guess from now on, I'll just do it upright. So I've spun this thing around like 3 times. All right. So let me put it back on this camera here. All right. So basically, we now have to get our big cables, and we're going to want to run these around. Let me see where they go here. All right. That big one goes right there. So like you said, this one here will go right there. That's in. And then there's another one. This one. And it goes. Yeah, that's a fun one. Oh man, we should have plugged that in earlier.
What it is.
I'll never get that in there.
Yes, you will.
I don't know how.
What is it?
Why won't you be able to get that in there?
You can't see it?
I mean, it's dark, so is the fan in the way?
Yeah, it's way back behind everything. It's if I can get it in the holes, then I can push it in with something. Man.
Well, I guess you're.
Oh well. Ah. Always something. It's not going to go.
Shit.
Glad you think it's funny.
No, my fault. Something else.
Give up.
I think I
There's
would
no way
be
to get
saying
to it.
things not fit for radio and television if I were in this position. Like,
Have to go that way.
Is that what? That's the 4-pin CPU connector? Oh man, yeah, that is crammed back there.
I mean, whose bright idea was it to put it here?
Well, to be fair, on most cases there's no fan at the top, so it's usually not a problem.
I mean, I don't know how this is even going to go in there.
Like, even if
it's right on,
you may have
it's
to
right
remove
on
that
top
fan.
of it.
You can slide those fans on top over, right? You could move the fan over is just what you might have to do. Oh, wait, no, you can't. Well, you probably have to unscrew them or unclip them or something, but
I might try to do anything like this. It always ends up being something too small for me to do. Too small on my handshake. This is ignorant. Oh my God, this sucks.
well, either remove the fan or remove the motherboard.
So done with this piece of shit camera. Damn mother. I think it's in, but I can't tell.
Oh, well,
Yeah, I think I got it.
you pushed it down with a screwdriver?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's locked in. It's locked in there. It should be good.
All right.
Oh my God. How many more of those I'm going to run into?
Hopefully
Take 5
none.
minutes. Take 5 minutes. Breathe.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Look at the radar.
Okay. All right, that one's back there now. Okay, so that's the power for there and the one for there. I've already got that. And yeah, I mean, I'm at a stopping point here for a second. Let's see what we got to do next. What is next? What do we do next?
All right. Well,
We got to figure all these other wires out that come off the case, don't we?
yeah.
Why is this light not working? There we go. All right, so there's all these wires here.
Yes. So you're going to have some little headers. Some of them are going to be for fans, and one of them is probably going to be for lighting. Nice of them to give you a little.
Yeah, I got there's. Okay. I know these three all go on there somewhere. Okay.
All right.
This
So
one says USB.
All right, so you're going to look on the motherboard for something that says USB and has matching number of pins.
Several of them: USB 1, USB 2, USB 3.0-2, USB 3.0-1. Okay, it's only going to fit in the regular USB ones.
All right.
So that's what both of these are. So yeah, these both go into there.
Yep.
Oh, wait a minute. It's got the blank in the wrong spot. And that's not going to go because that has, let me get my glasses. I think that has 8 pins, and this thing has a blank spot that you can't put a pin in. So it does not go in those 2 spots. It could go in this one over here, but it says LED demo.
Okay.
See these 2 right here. They say USB.
Right.
But the problem is the plugs have a dead spot in them. See?
Mm-hmm.
There's a dead spot on pin number 2 on the 1 row, and so it won't fit in either one of those. It won't fit in that one. It will fit. It will fit in this one over here that's marked LED.
Well, LED would be.
What does this say? This says HD audio.
Well, I'll plug into that.
I don't see one for audio.
There will be there. So you have
this one here. This says USB 3.0. No, I know that. I know that one's gonna. I know where that one goes. Okay, that one goes right here. Okay. This says USB. It has a blank on the upper left corner, so it can go into these. So it goes there. Okay. This one says, I see what we're doing here. This one says high def audio, but the only one this one will fit in is this one over here. Oh, I see. That's the LED is for the other plug there. This one has to go there. It's the only place on the board it will fit.
What does that plug say? AUD?
HD audio.
Okay,
HD audio.
Yeah, but what does the motherboard say?
I
think it said
LED demo, but that's for the.
Huh? What?
It doesn't say anything under that. Oh, let me see. Maybe it says something.
It says something. It says something in the plug, like.
Yeah, it says audio. Yeah,
okay.
It says HD. It says audio on both, so that's good.
Okay.
We know that one's good. Okay, that one's good. I just want to make sure, the whole smoke thing. All right. The next one is we've got these little hairy ones here. These are the LEDs. This says power LED, HDD LED, hard drive LED. And then this one says power SW, power switch.
Power switch. So you're just going to find the headers on the motherboard that say the matching thing?
Yeah.
They should all plug in close to each other.
And then down here, this says power switch. Huh. Oh my Lord. My eyes can't read this shit.
We're gonna have to get new eyes soon.
Okay, I think it's going to be. Oh my God! It's this multi-plug thing right here.
Yep.
That says power LED. Oh my God! I can't read it. I've even got my reading glasses on.
Got a magnifying.
We can't read it either.
Yeah, I can't read it on camera.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way you guys will be able to read it. I can't.
You don't have a magnifying glass, do you?
No, I don't.
What if you take a picture of it with your phone?
I could try that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
This is, man, I had no idea. I should have known that no matter what, it's going to be a problem with me seeing stuff. All right, let's see if I can get a picture of this. Oh. Oh, I see. They go that way. Okay. Okay, so there's the power LED, the HD, whatever that is, the PW, RES, CI, power
CI?
LED, and speaker.
Speaker.
That doesn't even make sense. That's all USB. It's definitely not there. That's speaker, got that. That's LEDs, LED. That's USB, USB. And then I get back to here. It's got to be here.
Yeah, it's going to be a header with everything kind of all into one.
Okay, hold on just a second. Let me see if I can. I took a picture of it. I'm going to see if I can put that up for you guys. Give me just a second. I for some reason, had no idea it was going to be this complicated. I thought we were just putting this thing together.
Well, I mean, it's not the project's fault. It's just
no, I probably shouldn't have been so ambitious as to try to do this on the net.
nah, it's all right. We'll get it done.
Oh, God.
Hang in there.
I can't even read it on here. Oh, I'm so tired.
Hold on, we'll get it. We'll get it. I'm looking at the picture. I see where it plugs in. It plugs in next to the
I took a
USB.
picture.
The issue is that it's such a small area. There's little markings underneath the plug that says.
Yeah, it says PLED.
Power LED.
Then underneath that, it says HD.
Hard drive light.
Okay, so let's see what I have here. Okay, this is power switch. I don't see anything that says power switch.
All right, well, just
There's PW.
that's probably it. Power. Just don't worry about that. Just do the one that you can do first.
I think this one is going to go. My God. On there. That's power. Okay, and then what's the next one? The next one is, there's 3 more here. This one says hard drive light.
So the one that says
I have
HD.
nothing. Okay, I got that. That one's here. I have no idea if the polarity's right.
Well, you can't blow out an LED, but reverse polarity.
No. There's power LED.
So that's going to plug into PW.
Yeah, but see,
well,
it does show a positive negative on here.
positive
my
is probably the
Lord.
white. Positive is probably the one that's white.
Oh, I can't see it. There's markings on here, but I can't see what they are. Well, I guess any hope of me ever building computers is no good.
Well, you have power switch plugged in, do you?
No, I unplugged it because I'm trying to find out. I guess that one doesn't have polarity. I guess that's the deal with that one.
Power switch does not have polarity. So
Switch.
just
I don't worry about polarity. Just plug it in.
Yeah. So that one goes there. And then the next one, let's see if this one is hard drive light. And I see which way the plus is. Okay. So where's the hard drive light? It's right there. And the plus is that way. Plus is that way. Okay. And then the next one is the power LED, which would be there. And oh my God, oh Jesus, they all just came out. This is yeah, I'm just about done here.
why don't you just plug in the power switch and just be done with it? That's the only thing you really need is just power switch.
Really wondering what I should have done this or not.
Don't worry about it. Just keep going.
This is why I'm a ham radio guy, but I'm no good at building stuff like this. I mean, I can't work in small areas. That's the wrong one. It's got to come over one more. You bastard. I'm literally using the zoom on my phone to be able to see this. Okay, that's correct. All right, the power's on. And the other 3 are right here. I can put them on at any time in the future. It's just blinking lights. All right, let me see what's next. What's this? That's got to be for the LED lights. Yes, it is. And I know where that goes. Here. And go under here. And LED C1, LED 1, and it says D LED 1 and LED C1. Oh, I see. Yeah, it only fits in one of the two. I think I read about that. One of those is 5 volts and one is 12.
Might be 3.
There we go. That's on. All right. I think that's everything back here
Okay.
except this. I don't know where this goes. This is a big old plug. It's a weird one.
Well, ooh, it is a weird one. That almost looks like
it's on the LED circuit.
okay.
So
You could just, I mean, I don't know what that plug is. I haven't seen that before.
Maybe
But
it's
it-
for all them fancy lights in the fans.
Yeah, probably. Oh, maybe it plugs in there.
I don't see.
Can you show?
No.
Can you show the plug again? Wow, what is that?
It says SATA.
Oh, it's a
Oh, that's
That's a saddle port. Okay.
That's
for a
for
drive we
hard-
don't have. Right?
yeah. You don't need to plug that in.
They just plug in.
Okay, so we don't need that one.
Data drive.
All right.
Well, you get solid state
Well,
saddle.
that's it.
That's everything from the case.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. That's everything.
So you can attempt cable management now if you want, or you can do it later. But I would like zip ties those together just so they're not, because you won't be able to get that back cover back on unless they're tidied up.
Right.
You can do that
Well,
tomorrow.
and I can do that tomorrow. I've got
Yeah.
these little loops on here. I can put around it. All right. And so
Ian, that SATA cable,
Yeah.
I would make sure that's covered in some way or other, because those pins carry, 5 volts, and it can be shorted out.
Yeah.
Well, it's not connected to anything on the other side right now. There's no drive in
No,
there.
but it comes out the power supply, doesn't it?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought it did. All
As
right.
long as it's not connected to anything. If it just hangs there, it's all right.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. So there should be 2 ends of that cable then, shouldn't there?
Yeah, it's somewhere.
all right, these are going on here. I've got the power supply.
Quick
There.
suggestion,
Yeah.
just take the video card and hold it up there and see if it's easier to put it in with the power supply in or not.
Oh, it won't interfere with the power supply.
Not even close?
No, not even close. There's a completely different areas of the case.
Good, that's good.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, there's that.
All right. Now the only cable that I can think of. Let me just take a quick look at my computer.
Now I've still got a bunch more power cables back here that we're not plugging in anywhere.
Yeah, let me take a look, because I believe those 2 are the only ones, but there might be more. No, I guess it was just those 2. The 24 pin and the 8 pin. There's one more cord that you need, and that's the one that plugs into the graphics card to power the graphics card. And it looks like it is another 4 pin. Yeah.
That's not it. Oh. These are all the same. I got like 4 of these.
All right, those are probably them.
Video. Yeah.
Not sure what those are.
What does it say?
Says
PCIe? Yeah, that's it.
PCIe. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Okay.
You just need one of those.
I think this might be important. Maybe not. I don't know. No. All right. Well. Okay, so what I got is it says PCIe on that one, PCIe on that one, and then there's the other one on the other side. This one goes into the power supply, right?
I don't know which side goes in, but there should be a.
Oh,
if it fits, it works, then it's right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
that
it
looks
does.
correct.
And then this gives me the two split pieces.
Yeah, it's the same as mine is. Yeah. That's it. That's for your graphics
All right.
card.
And then
okay, it does go on the graphics card. Okay.
I'm just going to sit this in here so that nothing happens to it. Okay. Now let's see if we can figure out. All right. We're going to look at the graphics card next.
Yes, sir.
Might be a good idea so we can find out.
That power supply doesn't get screwed in.
It does. He hasn't done it yet.
Oh, okay.
It does.
So the card is gonna go
All
in,
right.
yeah, like that, the way it is now. It's kind of counterintuitive. You would think that the fans would face up, but they don't. So you need to remove.
Yeah, see the letters are upside up if you put it like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to remove this back piece here. So let's.
Take the 12-foot slot cover
And
off.
it's going to be trying to see which expansion slot it's going to go in that top one.
It might take.
So it's going to take two.
Yeah. Oh, there's a little clip you're gonna have to slide on the motherboard on the PCIe slot, kind of like you did with the memory.
Yeah, I see that. They're already open. Yeah, it's already open.
Okay.
Okay. And I think I need to take another one of these out here. Oh, you bastard. I'm sorry, guys. I've had a long week. And as excited as I am about this, I'm done with it.
I'm actually hearing some thunder.
I knew this was going to be a mess. Just because anytime I try to build something, it's a mess. And if you add an audience, it gets worse.
You're almost there. Once you put this card and plug it in, I believe you should be able to switch it on and just.
Hey, it's in.
All right, and screw it in.
Who am I? Remember back when computers had 6, 8, 10 expansion slots back here on those tall towers. Now they got like 2. Okay.
It's because you got so much included on the board itself. Let's see. I see a.
4 HDMIs, it looks like.
Yeah.
No, I can see it. I can literally see it. There's 2 HDMI and 2 DisplayPort.
Is that a
No, look.
DVI on down below it? Looks like it. Looks like it's got 2 display ports, 2 HDMI, and a DVI.
It's 3 DisplayPort and 1 HDMI.
Okay.
What the hell does that mean?
Well, you may
It just
need
means
adapters
funny.
for 2 or 3 of them. If you
It
It's
means
just-
I'm fucked. That's not what I want.
No, it doesn't. It means you just will have to get your HDMI cables if you want to plug it into all your monitors. That's the only thing.
Amazon Basics work fine.
Yeah, you have to get the $5 Amazon Basics DisplayPort to HDMI cable,
Yeah.
and you'll be fine.
I know. I hate adapters. I hate everything.
It's
has
not an
adapters
adapter.
and
It's not an adapter. The cable one end is DisplayPort and the other end is HDMI. It's not even an adapter. It's just a cable.
I don't know if I even understand what you mean by display port.
It's just another kind of
There's
video output.
there's a DVI.
That's
There's a DVI there, and then there's
DisplayPort, DisplayPort,
Yeah,
DisplayPort.
3 of them are DisplayPort. One of them.
I've never had anything that looked like that before.
It's just a newer kind of video output.
Yeah.
That's all.
And I don't know what's down on the other side of the DVI. It looks like
That's just the vents. It's just air
Yeah.
vents. Yeah.
Now, what are the red USB ports?
Those are USB like 3.2 or something.
Okay.
Supposedly even faster than USB 3.
And of course, the 3 blue ones are USB 3.1 or something like that.
Yeah.
Guess what? I don't want that in there.
You don't gotta have it.
Nope. All right, so now this looks like the power for the display port's gonna plug in right here.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like.
Interesting.
I guess that just goes in. Guess that's split because sometimes they need them that way or something.
Yeah. Yeah, just plug it in.
Doesn't want to go in. Yeah, and- There we go. All right, it's in.
Sweet.
All right.
All right. Well,
Things kind of good.
if we haven't forgotten anything, you should be able to attempt to turn it on now. But I won't be surprised if it doesn't want to come on for some reason, because we probably forgot a cable or a plug of some kind or something. So, but go ahead and give it a try. Hook it up to the monitor and
Yeah.
see what it does.
You just took a monitor to any of them, or you just it's an auto check?
Any of them.
Yeah. Okay. So if you got an HDMI, you just took the HDMI port, and away you go.
Yep. I've got got an HDMI right here that I ran around, and got. All right, so this is my HDMI.
Line in. Wow.
Okay, there's the HDMI. And yeah, you're right. It's only going to fit in that one.
I guess that's why. That's okay.
All right.
I'll screw that down.
And then I got the power wire right here. And I got keyboard and mouse here. Okay.
Okay,
You ready?
go ahead. Flip that switch.
Energize, Scotty.
All right, the power's on.
We're gonna push the power button on the case.
Press the button.
Energize. Let's see if we see any sign.
Lit up.
Oh, that's good news. Were the fannies running?
Well, this lit up. Other than that, that's it. I don't see anything else doing anything.
Fans may not come on except when they need to be.
Well, those case fans should have started spinning up already. Oh, your power supply lights came on.
Yeah.
I guess you should see.
Hey, it looks like your CPU fan is spinning. Is it spinning?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good sign. Case fans aren't coming on. Don't know why. Nothing happening on the display.
Are those controlled by the board or they
Nope.
just put right to the power supply?
I'm going to go ahead and plug this display in too. I got one of those other kind here too. No.
Okay, look on the motherboard. Do you see any red lights?
Nope. I don't see any lights anywhere except on the G-force thing lit up here.
It may be getting power from the PCIe connector that you put in there.
Yeah, it gets it straight from straight.
And you
from
got
there.
the 24 pin.
Somehow your motherboard's not getting any power.
You got the 24 pin big
Unless
thick.
it's got, yeah, unless it's this one up here.
Might be that. It looks like it's plugged in, but I can't tell for sure.
May not be seated in there good. That's why you never put.
Yeah.
That's why you never put the lid on these things until you try it out. Trap the ground.
Well, it's in there. I mean, it is clicked in there pretty good.
Okay, check the other end.
CPU fan is not spinning. Yeah, I don't think your motherboard has power.
Well, I turned it off now. I turned it off because I'm
Oh.
checking everything.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah, check your power supply in too.
We're all seated good. Motherboard flashes when I plug the power supply in, just like it did before.
Okay, that's good. The only thing I can think is that the power switch button is not in the correct slot.
Oh, when I hit it, that light comes on, and the power supply light comes on.
When you push power?
Yep.
Okay, so it's working then.
Okay, guys, as exciting as this is, I've got to get up early in the morning, so I'm going to say 7-3, and we'll catch you next week.
Alrighty.
All right, man. We'll see you next week. Hopefully this thing will be working by
Best
then.
of luck with it. Well, I'll watch it tomorrow on YouTube, so I'll figure out what you've got up to.
Yeah.
All right, best of luck with it. Cheers.
All right, thanks. Have a good night.
It's weird that you would have the board has power. Yeah, we're
monitors. I think I'd stick to one monitor to start with.
Well, something ain't right.
Yep.
Something probably just.
This is how it always happens with me. This is
no.
always how it happens with me. I anytime I've ever done kits or put anything together, usually it goes in the garbage and it never actually gets
quit. Yeah. I just saw, okay, there goes the fan. I guess that's the CPU fan.
That's a GPU fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And you don't see any, there's no red lights on the motherboard, right? Fan stopped on the GPU. And then it goes again. Okay.
Plugged into a momentary.
That fan's running.
I went through this with my new laptop and I finally got the NVMe card plugged in right because I didn't have it in right the first time. I thought, what's wrong here?
But the case fans don't come on even though they're plugged in. CPU fan doesn't come on. That stuff should be coming on like first thing.
Yeah.
Especially
I'm
the
wondering
CPU
if there's
fan.
another power cable that goes to the motherboard too. Because I know one I put together, it was a 24 pin and then there was another power cable that went to it too.
You plugged in the audio. Up at the top, there's a 4-pin plug and a 8-pin plug.
Okay.
One of them says ATX underscore 112 or underscore 12 V1, and the other says ATX underscore 12 something. I don't know what it says. I only think he plugged in one cord, so
yeah, I'm thinking he's got another power cord he's got to plug in.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
I've seen this happen too before.
But if there's not another cord here to plug in.
Are you sure? Hold on. Am I even looking at the right? That was not there. That was Q flash button was like down there.
Well, I'm getting a kick out of the case fans.
Well, that's right. Yeah, I think you have one of your plugs not plugged in.
Something y'all be missing.
Up in the top in the really hard to reach spot. That fan was
Okay, I saw the SATA.
one large and two small, but you only plugged in one large and one small, right?
Yeah, I almost bet he's missing.
I don't know which. Are you talking about the big cables?
The big thick cables that came from the power supply to the motherboard. You plugged in one really big one that's on the side, it's 24 pin.
Man, well, that's the 24.
And then you
Right,
plugged
that's
in
there.
you plugged in another one, which was
That's
the
there.
one under there. But there's another plug. Yeah, you've got a plug missing.
Yeah, you gotta have something.
There's a plug
Where does it go?
it goes, hold on, show the one at the top there under the fan again. Just hold it on there. Hold on, I'm trying to get my frame of reference here. So there's that bit. Okay, and then you have the little ramp looking thing. You plugged in directly. Yeah, so it goes like where that fan is. Like it's in the way. So you gotta we're gonna have to unfortunately, you're going to have to take the motherboard out and remove that fan because you probably won't be able to unscrew it with the motherboard in. So you're gonna have to remove that fan to make room. So we probably will do that tomorrow. Call it quits tonight.
Where do I get the wire that plugs in there? I mean, there's a cover back there or something.
Hold on. Okay, just set the camera down for a second. I'm going to put an image. I'm gonna take an image here and I'm gonna share screen in a second and I'll show you.
Yeah, you're gonna have to unshare.
Okay, hold on. Let me find Zoom again.
Missing power.
Okay, share screen. Okay, can you see this picture, Ian?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Weird.
Okay. Right here,
Yeah.
those two plugs right there.
Yeah.
Did you plug in two or just one? Okay, that's what I thought. So you have the 24 pin down here.
That one next to the memory, and then you got those two back there behind the CPU.
It looks to me like the only one you have plugged in is this one right here.
The little one, yeah. You still got another one to go.
So you're missing this plug right here.
Am I gonna take one of these other bundle plug things over here? Am I gonna use one of these?
Probably.
That says CPU.
Yeah, probably. But there's a big old case fan in the way, so you're gonna have to take everything apart.
Take out the case fan, you're gonna have to pull the board.
You have to take out the case fan. You have to redo the whole thing, so you might as well.
It doesn't look like that back there.
Really?
Nope. You got that. You got that plastic. Those two plastic shrouds are both there.
Yeah.
But that's second. No, mine does not look like that.
How is that possible? This is the right thing.
Make sure it's the right revision.
He has revision 1. I saw it, and the one I pulled this image from was revision 1.
Okay.
You say it doesn't look like that, but there's a case fan covering it up, so
Yeah.
we can't tell for sure.
Yeah. So you may have to take the case fan out if you could do that. That might be the quickest, easiest, dirtiest way to do it.
Mm-hmm. And there's another little header right here that says system fan.
Yeah. Which
And
may
that
be
may
where
be-
you hook all those fans up.
There's
You might
also
be-
CPU fan here.
Yeah. Okay. You are
D LED, D LED 2. Here's more system fan ports. So yeah, I think what you're gonna do is pull that fan out.
You got.
Oh wait, you can do it from the top. Oh, perfect.
Oh, this damn camera. God bless.
Just set it down.
It's on a snorkel thing. It just keeps coming off.
What you need to do is attach a camera kind of to your head, kind of like the
All
headlight.
right.
You know.
All right. So that's a 4-pin plug. No, 8-pin. Sorry.
8-pin to 4-pin. So we got a cable. There should be a cable in the power supply box, which is 8-pin.
Well, hold on. I didn't see the 4-pin yet. I'm trying to.
I'm trying to get this damn thing moved around here. All right, so it's.
Can you completely unplug that plug up at the top? CPU fan is on. I can see it spinning. Flip the power off.
Mine does not look like yours.
Oh, wow, you're right. What? That is why.
They revised that board, and you got 2 different revisions.
But it's
Better turn the power off.
One of them may be 1.0, and the other might be 1.011 or something.
maybe. Well, that's plugged in, so maybe the port has just been moved. I mean, I see the CPU fan spinning, which is a good sign.
It's a good sign.
I know the board said revision 1. I saw the, maybe I have a picture of not revision 1 or something. Let me try and find a picture of, because I know I saw through your camera that it said revision 1 on the board. Well, revision 1.0 is what I saw. And the pictures I see have 2 plugs up there. Why would it be missing a plug?
That can't be.
Look at one of the other ones and see if they look like his. They just marked it wrong.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, what is this? Is there a little, is there a real small 4-pin connector next to that?
Yes.
Next to the bit, there is?
Yes, it's
Okay,
like one
so-
of those open ones. See it right there?
Yeah, I see it. Okay, so that is in fact a revision 1.0. The picture I had is not a revision 1.0. That explains why the Q flash button is in a different place. So I was looking at the wrong picture. And looking at the correct picture, I don't see any other plugs. So I guess you do have everything plugged in. Oh, wait a minute. I wonder if those shields come off. That's weird, man. Why would one board have one plug that this one doesn't? That just doesn't make sense to me. But eight-pin CPU power connector, 24-pin ATX power connector. That's all it has. Huh. Well, I guess you do have everything plugged in.
Well,
says the first boot took a full minute, so the first time boot up might take longer to post. Are you sure your monitors are set to the right inputs? Because the CPU fan was on. Case fans weren't on. They should be coming on. Are you sure your case fans are plugged in?
How much memory you put in it? I know you got 2 sticks. How much?
32.
32 gigs. Okay. So is the board max out at 60, 62, 64, or 128?
It's 2 16s.
Yeah. Be 32.
Those fans should be coming on as soon as the power button is pushed. That's what is weird to me. Wait, what is that little thing hanging off the side right there? There's a plug that's not plugged in. Oh, are those the, what are those?
That's those ones we talked about.
Okay, what do they say?
Hard disk drive light, power LED, and power LED.
Okay.
Yeah, those aren't.
Well, that's nothing then. And the case fan, it looks like the case fans aren't even connected to the board, because those should come on as soon as you push the power button on the computer.
So they'd be hooked to the power supply.
No, they wouldn't be hooked to the
Well,
power supply. They'd be hooked to the motherboard.
Okay. So that would be a pretty good strong sign that you're still not getting power to your motherboard somehow.
Yeah, it would. And usually if the motherboard has a problem with any specific component, there will be a light that will come on and it will say GPU or CPU or memory. It'll say the problem. And he's not getting any lights at all, which makes me think that he's still
Here's
got
another thing. Does that board have any kind of HDMI output of its own? A video
It does.
out? Yeah, I'd almost say take that graphics card out and plug into that other one.
Well, that port only works if the CPU has an integrated graphics processor.
Okay.
And it does not. The CPU does not. So
okay, my bad. I wasn't aware of that.
all right, I've got the actual user manual for the board. I'm gonna look through this and again try and figure out what.
Something that didn't happen.
There's no of course there's no troubleshooting option here in the manual.
We got to get some life out of it before we can do that.
Yeah.
I need some Excedrin PM too.
You have no idea. This is my biggest fear is I buy something, I spend a lot of money, it never works.
We will get it to work.
Don't worry about that. I mean, I bought my K2 and I took 4 months to get it built. So,
Well, yeah, I don't want it to take 4 months.
All right, we have status LEDs. They say CPU, DRAM, VGA, and boot, and you don't see any of those even coming on.
No.
Okay, so it must not be getting power correctly. Do you want to check your power supply and make sure the little plugs are all in that? Another thing you may try is taking that little coin cell battery out and then putting it back in after you try and power cycle. That's the CMOS battery.
Another stupid thing, make sure your power supply is set to 120 and not 240.
Yeah, that's another thing.
I don't have a switch for that on this one.
Okay, well,
That's probably right.
a lot of them do have that. So
ATX 12 volt and ATX 12 volt.
Battery's out, power's off, battery's now back in again.
okay.
Power supply. And you only have the 8-pin. That just does not make, why would, and their manual isn't right either. The manual shows having both the connectors.
I know that one's in there, right? I really do.
Okay, apparently you don't have to power, so the 8-pin is the one that has to be plugged in. Okay, so that is not even a necessary thing, so okay. So it looks like your plug is right. So I don't know why it's not getting power correctly, and I don't know why the case fans aren't turning on. But you get light, the little light flashes on the motherboard, so
You're at least getting some of your voltages, but you may not be getting them all.
hmm.
I would try reseating the 24-pin cable at the power supply in too, just for grins. It's got to be something really simple.
Yeah, probably. It almost seems like it could be a memory thing.
We got memory in there.
Yeah, but if it's a faulty chip or something like that,
Yeah.
Wouldn't you still get a long beep or something?
You
not
might-
necessarily. It should show memory, though. The light should come on.
Something come on. No, I don't think it's that drastic. I think it's something to do with power.
Hmm.
It's really raining.
It's raining here, but lightly.
I wonder if our software update wasn't finished.
I don't know.
Hold on, I'm reading something.
Yeah, Rick, I think you're going to get a little heavier here. No, it's about what you're going to get right there, I guess. Maybe a little heavier.
Talk about the weather.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fading out.
it's weakening. We had a little rumble of thunder here a few minutes ago, and that's been about it.
Where did he say? Hmm. Try and move it. Try just taking your memory out and just putting one memory in. And put it in the A1 slot.
Okay.
Try that.
Could you put something in one of the USB ports on the case to see if it had 5 volts?
Yeah.
And what I mean, just to see if it blinks. Let's see here. Yeah, I've got a mouse hooked up to it, and the mouse is not lighting up, and neither is the keyboard.
Okay. Is the graphics card light on right now?
But I plugged my USB drive into it, and it's on a slow fade, so there is power.
Okay. So what is on right now? The graphics card light is on.
Yeah, this light here.
Okay.
And there's a flash that comes from the other side of the board, on the back side of the board,
Yeah.
right when I turn it on. And then the green light, the LED lights on the power supply come on. And that's it.
And those little orange lights aren't.
There's no lights anywhere except just the billboard light on the front of this. That's it. And the ones on the power supply.
I just said don't. Hold on. Useless. Well, you could try taking all the memory out. That might light up and tell you memory.
Pull out the other memory.
Mm-hmm.
See if, and then try it. See if we get a memory error.
Yeah.
I must try turning taking the memory out altogether and turn it on and see if you get any beeping.
Well, it doesn't have a beeper.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, there's no little speaker on it or anything.
No. I wonder if the power switch is plugged into the wrong port.
Or switch.
I mean, it's unlikely.
Down there? Well,
no, I mean the.
Oh, I gotta go to bed.
it
Good
has.
night.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right,
We'll let
good
you know
night.
how it comes out.
Please do.
Yeah.
Hold on. $22. So the little lights that tell you what's wrong are on that side, and there's not anything lighting up.
What these fans are doing.
And F panel, front panel. So PW is power switch, connects to power switch on the chassis front panel. You want to turn your system off using power switch. There's also reset switch, is RES.
Yeah, but this case doesn't even have that switch.
Yeah. I mean, I think you have it right because it does do some things when you turn it on.
Yeah, the power switch definitely activates something. I just don't like what these fans are doing on this video card.
Yeah, it's trying to, well, now that's kind of normal. My card does that whenever it's not under, when it's like barely under any load, the fans rev up and then it decides that it's cold enough that it doesn't need to rev the fan, so it turns them off.
Yeah.
Or it could be in a stuck trying to boot, but I've seen my card do the same thing when it's running and working, so.
Those are the only other plugs I don't know what they are. There's like 6 of them.
Yeah, I don't. Does your user manual, in your user manual, if you can find a diagram of the board, does it actually match the board or stuff in different places? Because the only manual I could find online is the wrong version of the board. I don't want to be looking at the Wi-Fi.
It shows. Let me put this back on here.
Yeah, see, that's the right manual. But on their website, they give you the wrong manual. Oh my gosh, my stupid.
Wi-Fi motherboard layout. What's that connector on the upper?
Hold on. I know what I can do here. Hold on. Let me do something quickly.
So you've got the 2 powers plugged in. I wonder if the power is potentially plugged into the wrong port on the power supply. Maybe there's 2 slots that do the same thing, but one is like auxiliary lower power or something.
Possibility.
It's kind of a long.
So.
You don't believe so? So can you unplug everything?
Motherboard.
Just unplug everything. All right. So what is the big thing underneath? So you've got the bar going across the top. What's underneath there? What is that three? What does it say?
It says SATA and PATA.
SATA, okay.
Okay, it's for your hard drives. Yeah, there's the 3-pin.
It's a legacy hard drive.
Is there any kind of button or something next to it? What is that?
No.
It's a little hole or something. Something's there.
There's a USB plug right here that says RGB in. And then there's 3 for SATA. And then there's 4 of these over here for the PCI CPU.
Yeah.
And then there's the 2 for the motherboard.
Huh. Well, you had them right, I guess. That.
Yep. See, if something's wrong, I don't know how we'll ever even figure out what's wrong. What thing is wrong?
Oh, we'll get it. There's a number. Okay, there's a lot of things we can try. We can try resetting the CMOS, clearing the BIOS. There's a little jumper on the board that you put on there, and it clears the BIOS and resets everything. There's procedures for resetting. We can try updating the firmware again. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we can try. I almost suspect that the firmware update failed because the light didn't go out. The video I saw, the light went out when it was done. But again, the light wasn't behaving the same as the manual says. When it stops flashing, it's done, and it did stop flashing. A little white light, yes. Yeah. Yeah. Penetration radius about greater.
Oh, well.
I mean, some people are saying they had the same problem and they took out the CMOS battery and turn off the power supply, take out the CMOS battery and hold down the power button for 30 seconds and then put the battery back in.
Strange to CMOS memory. Okay.
All right, I can do that. That's easy. Okay. Power off. I'm out of the right. CMOS batteries out. Power supply button.
Make sure the power supply's off.
Yeah, the power supply's off. And I'm holding down the button. Okay, I'm putting it back in. That's in. Same thing again.
There's also a thing.
Hmm. Well, what's your schedule like tomorrow?
I'm free tomorrow as much as I know. So
All right. Well, we're gonna work on it tomorrow. I'm hitting a wall right now.
yeah.
Yeah,
This has been the longest week of my life, and I'm done. It's been 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
I have an issue with getting very discouraged, so I'll be all right in the morning.
Yeah, that's what you
I'm
gotta
just
do.
very
When you
tired.
get
I'm very
When you
tired.
get tired, this is something I run into. You get real tired, you just need to do a reset. You get some sleep and
Yep.
Take that before you go inside. Take that CMOS battery out and just leave it out overnight.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Power off. I'm going to go ahead and unplug it.
You may need to reflash the BIOS too, if you can do that.
Yeah, I think we might need to try that.
I keep thinking that's what we need to do.
Tomorrow,
pull the chip out.
Tomorrow, what we're gonna have to do is disassemble the computer completely, set the motherboard on your bench, and plug in the stuff, and only get it working with outside the case, just on the bench.
Okay.
And then we can go from there. Once it's working on the bench, then you can put it back in the case. But I think you're gonna have to reflash we're gonna try to reflash the firmware, clear CMOS, make sure the CPU. I see some people saying their CPU was not seated properly, which is kind of worrying. You seemed like yours went in correctly, so I doubt it's that. They said BIOS update, clearing CMOS, leaving it unplugged for a couple hours, couple different things like that got it working for other people. So hopefully in the morning.
Well, what I'll do, I get up really early. I usually get up early, but I probably won't get up too early tomorrow. But I'll get up early, and when I get up, I'll go ahead and take it all back apart again.
Okay. Just be careful when you take the CPU out that you don't damage it, and check it and see if any of the pins look bent. They should all look perfectly straight and, nice looking.
Put it back in the original container until you're ready.
Yeah, just be very careful with that CPU.
Yeah. You've been one of those pins you're finished. We'll start over.
Bent pins can, in some cases, be repaired if you're very skilled,
Very careful.
but I wouldn't.
I wouldn't want to do it.
And I'm tired. Oh, well.
How many months away is August? Oh, it's next month.
Next month, yeah.
Well, worst case scenario, do you think, Ian, you're going to be able to come for Hamfest if you can line up your vacation on that time?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I haven't even really thought about it. I mean,
Yeah, I know it's about a month away.
I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna be up there in October. But before that, I'm not sure. Probably not, but we'll see. I do want to get up there for that.
I gotta figure out a way
to
to get you up here.
Next month. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that either.
We'll figure out a way to get you up here for Hamfest. You got to come and see the sights.
Yeah, I want to.
Big Amfest.
Yeah. Are you gonna come, Rick?
I'd like to, but I don't know. I mean, it's a big Amfest. The only thing bigger, and the only thing I know of that's bigger is Orlando and Dayton.
Yeah. Well, me and my buddy are gonna have a table set up there for our local group and everything. We're gonna be having a good time.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna call it. You guys done?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my camera froze just now. Anyway.
Everything starts to go to crap. You know, it's time to pull the plug for the night.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll get it going. It's just, I've had this happen to me countless times doing something like this.
Yeah, we'll
I
get it
have
working.
two. I have two, and that's kind of what scares me is I've literally had stuff that I've worked on for months and never got it working and just finally gave up.
No, this is the kind of thing where if there's a problem, we'll find it. Computers like these are built. People build computers so often, and they make them relatively easy to troubleshoot. So if there's a problem with a piece of hardware, we'll figure out what it is, and if it's a defective memory or a defective motherboard, then you can send it back and get a refund and get a new one. It's not going to sit. Don't worry. I'm not going to let this go to waste. We'll get it working.
Yeah, I know.
I found the correct manual too.
Oh, good. Well,
What's the difference between it and the one that you had before?
Oh, it was the wrong revision. So some of the buttons were in ports were in different places, and it was showing an extra connector that wasn't on this port, on this one.
Interesting. Now, one
as the
thing I
rain
will
comes
say,
down.
what I ran into with my laptop is the first time you boot it up, it takes a long time to get things for it to lights up the first time. So, you know, that happens when you reset your CMOS, which you just
Yeah.
So it has to count through the memory and all that, and it takes a while.
Yeah.
This
You
is
do got to take that into account. Just
Yeah.
it.
this
The
was-
CPU fan was working. The graphics card light was working.
yeah,
There were no error indicators, but the case fans were not coming on.
yeah.
So whether that was just they weren't plugged in right or something,
Well, that's one thing we got to look at.
those should come on regardless of what the CMOS is doing. As soon as you hit that power switch, those should come on no matter what's going on the motherboard. But we'll get it working, don't worry.
All right. All right, guys, I'm going to call it. Let's go. All right. Thanks, everybody, for being here. We're going to go ahead and end the meeting and the YouTube at the same time tonight. We tried, but hey, you know what? It's all about the learning process. You saw
That's
how to
what
put
happens.
one together.
So,
Yeah, and we'll figure it out, and we'll let everybody know what happened, and next week we will spend a little time going through it and explaining what happened. All right, one way or the other, hopefully we'll be on that system next week, but either way, we'll be here. So this is the Southwest Florida TechNet, and on behalf of my co-host Joseph KM4OVZ and myself KO4EFS, you guys have a great night out there.